Welcome to the live stream. It's going to be epic.
This video is going to be epic. And now your mama knows. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. All right, subscribe. Come on, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm a small YouTuber, but I got so much content. The most important thing about the channel is it's... All right, that's not gonna happen. The most important thing about the channel is it's a everything channel. So make sure you check out all of the playlists. I have product review videos, vlogging, movie reviews. I'm just gonna look up and say how-to videos, and then real quick, how-to. Oh, maybe I'm forgetting how I shoot. All right, ready? How-to videos. What is the devil? How-to videos and gaming videos. I make videos called Trash Talk 101 where, well, you guessed it, I talk trash or rebuttal back to someone who talked trash to me. Like I made a video responding to the Nerf Report and Angry Joe. Remember, I'm going to say shows and podcasts. All right, you got it? Mm-hmm. Shows and podcasts. Wait, no, you're not supposed to say it.
You're showing the pillow.
Huh.
Okay.
We don't have to do the head thing if y'all can't do it, all right?
Okay, just do it. No. Yeah.
And then put a little, There you go. Whip that name. Shows and podcasts. And more! And also, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be added into the new subscribers thank you videos where I make a skit and I post everybody name up on the screen who subscribed to the channel in an individual month. You gotta see videos like the March subscribers video where I was dancing. The July video I have my cute granddaughter saying thank you. Or even the video where I smashed my 84-inch TV as I said thank you to everyone who subscribed. Make sure you go to my playlist because the playlist is where you can see all the different videos I have. I have over 1,000 videos, over 50-something playlists, and every single video on my channel is assigned to a playlist. I want to thank everyone who ever came to the channel and watched a single second of any video. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And with that said, and now your mama knows. And now your mama knows. What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy King of Entertainment. I'm back with another video, another live stream, and today, well, I thought I had pockets here. Today might be a little crazy because we are going to discuss ice. Ice, baby. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, baby. All right. But seriously, we're gonna discuss ice. I'm not sure what ice even stands for. But we'll get into it. We're also gonna do a recap of WWE. I'm gonna recap SmackDown, Saturday Night Main Event, and Monday Night Raw. And so if you're a wrestling fan, I'm gonna go over that as well. Have a little discussion, and we're gonna talk about game preservation. That's pretty much what's your feelings on keeping older games and current games, keeping them where they could continue to move on, right? We'll discuss that. And then also, we had something happen like a week ago or something, and we were talking about
sometimes you might have some issues with PC. So that's not the biggest thing for me. So if we don't get to that part, it is what it is. But with that being said, guys, if you're new to the channel, I do gaming, vlogging, podcasts, movie reviews, product reviews. Every birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day has been on this channel since 2011. Even my honeymoon in Mexico, swimming with sharks. And yeah, so if you find any type of content you like, there's usually a playlist at the end of that video. Click on it and it'll take you to that same type of content. Or maybe you just watch every damn thing I make. I don't know. But if you're new to the channel, every Tuesday is the Keeping It Real with the Cowboy podcast like this. We pretty much cover anything you want to talk about and more. And every Wednesday is my wrestling podcast, wrestling league, should I say, called We Wrestle Wednesdays. And just, you know, the boys get together and we play the WWE 2K games and blah, blah, blah. But I put out content all the time. So with that being said, I'm going to grab a chair. I hope you grab a chair because it's going to be epic. And this stream is going to be epic for one reason and one reason only. Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. All right, guys, I'm going to grab a chair. I hope you grab a chair. All right, so with that being said, all right, got my glasses on now, and let's get into it. So let me just check message I got. One moment. Okay. Oh, nice. Taj Man's oldest son's birthday today. That is cool. Happy birthday to him. Okay. Oh, man. Hold up. Talk to my guy, Energy. One moment. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I text a bunch of people, and people are responding to me. So, you know. All right. TPG. Today is going to be epic. But let's do this. I want to just say this first. Okay? Hear me out. For anybody who watches today, I just have to say this. The opinions and views that you may hear does not dictate this channel. Let me say that again. The opinions and views that you might hear today does not dictate this channel. My guests, they are their own individuals, and their beliefs and views are their own. So what comes out of my mouth versus what comes out of their mouth is two totally different things, okay? I represent this channel, and Now Your Mama Knows, and my guests represent themselves. So when we get into our topics, whatever you hear me say, please take that as what I feel and what's my beliefs and my views on certain subjects. And what you hear my guests say, those are their beliefs, those are their views, those are their opinions on said subjects. Okay, so now that we got that, let me see. TPG said today is going to be epic. My man Channel 82 is in the building. So yo, Sev is in the building. Not a very exciting topic though. Which one, Sev? The title of this has 4 different topics. Which one? Let me see. That's right, Vet in the number 1 spot, as it should be. Vet is God. Vet, you are out of control. And someone needs to detain you. It's just logic versus emotions. Just that simple. That usually what happens a lot. Stay strong, baby. So I heard that this channel is based off of some cowboy show called Stadiasaurus. That's funny. So let me do this. Let's get this out the way. I know a lot of people aren't wrestling fans, so let me just get out the way now. You know what? Every time I go on Discord on the computer, it always asks me, do I want to tune into this channel because it's age restricted. So I gotta let my guy Murder know. That's pretty much it seems like all he has to do. Sev said PC video game problems being top. Oh, okay, gotcha. Being a boring topic. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, you gotta specify, Sev. There was 4 titles, 4 topics in the title. You know what I mean? All right, so let me go to my new tab called Wrestling Recap. Now I went a little extra and overboard, right? So the other day I took a bunch of pictures as I was watching SmackDown, and I realized that's probably not the right way to do it because it was very, very, very time consuming. But this thing is stupid. All right, here, I'll do it like this. It was very time consuming, but it I'm trying to think which way should I do it. Yeah, let me do it like this. So the other day, I was watching SmackDown, and I came up with the idea of I'm just going to cover SmackDown. I was about to say Extreme Rules. SmackDown, Saturday night main event, and Raw, right? So what I did is I had pictures. So pretty much this was the beginning of SmackDown. Sammy came out talking about being in the Royal Rumble and talking about how he's going to win this event right here, which if he wins, not the Royal Rumble, but if he wins this match, then which is going to be a fatal 4-way, then he would be into the he would be number 1 contender for Drew's title at the Royal Rumble. So I went crazy taking pictures, and then Damien came out. But you know what? I'm gonna do something different. I end up looking it up and stuff. You know what? WWE does their own thing where they recap every damn thing. So I'm just gonna play their clip and we're gonna go over it, right? So that's gonna make it even easier. So, and obviously I'm just gonna skip around. We're not trying to take all day on this. So I just want to recap it. So give me a moment, and we'll check the comments as well. You guys know I do like to read the comments. So let me see. Okay, all right. Sev said, Ice being wrong again. People might find that exciting, but it's logic versus emotions. The Ice thing is hard, but I do agree, though. I think if you break it down to the common denominator, I love to say cause and effect. Something was the cause and something became the effect. Now, I know there's legal ramifications as well, but I think on an individual level, me personally, and I'm ready to talk about it today. So I have barely spoke about the Ice thing because I was waiting for today, but I'm going to give my opinions and views, and I think it's pretty simple in my mind, what's going on. But let me see. Can you drop the link so we could join in the convo, the whole show? All right, cool. I'll drop the link. And when we get into the whole thing with Ice, I'm going to have to pull people off and let people speak individually. And someone who wants to counter that, you can be in a private chat and just write you want to counter it, and then I'll pull you in because it's going to get too crazy. But we'll make sure, we do a good job. But yeah, I'll drop the link right now so you guys could join the show. And I just got to be on my, I got to be the hostess with the mostest. I just got to be the best host I could be to keep this thing going smooth. So to join the show. Also, I want to speed it up too. I'm not trying to sit here forever and us arguing over things. I'm not trying to have us talk about wrestling forever. So, I got a plan for today's show. So TBG, jump in. Let's get this thing going. I'll wait till you join before I press play on the clip, and then we could discuss it. Like I said, I just want to recap wrestling because I'm such a wrestling fan. I really even cover wrestling, which is crazy because it's like, dude, you watch wrestling every single week, every pay-per-view, and I only do specific things out of the year. So now on the Tuesday shows, I want to do a little thing, for wrestling. So let's bring in none other than my guy, Mr. TPG, the PlayStation. I'm sorry, that PlayStation gamer. TPG, what's going on, man?
Much, man. Sitting here representing the best in the world, baby.
Best in the world.
Hey, man. That big gold means more than the other W title.
Well, that's what's up, man. Q Beanie said, and now I can talk. What do you mean you could talk? You always could talk. He said no debate. We'll get into it. So we're gonna fly through this thing. So let's go over SmackDown. So in the beginning, it was Sami Zayn came out and Trick Williams came out, and then Damian Priest came out. So let's watch a little bit.
Trick. By the way, that's his catchphrase. Whoop that trick. I thought it was pop that trick.
Yeah. No, it's whoop that trick. They kind of took the thing from Hustle and Flow. Funny enough, I never watched that till 2 weekends ago. My wife was like, how'd you never watch Hustle and Flow? Because she was like, they stole the whoop that trick thing. I was like, I heard that's where it came from. But what I do like, though, is if you watch the thing, TPG, are you on Instagram?
Here and there.
I have a wrestling group on Instagram. And it's legit just wrestling, no like crazy stuff. And we cover everything. Well, I have put in there a video when they interviewed Trick Williams, and he was like, the crazy thing is he was like, the fans came up with that. He was like, they started this whole whoop that trick when I was with Carmelo Hayes. And he said to Carmelo, are they with us or against us? And as they was coming out to the music, and Carmelo said, I don't know. So he said he body slammed somebody or did something, and they went whoop that trick. And he was like, oh, wait, that's for me.
They're cheering me.
They're cheering me. So when he said, look, I want to change up my music and make it a different way. So when he changed up his music, it was kind of cool.
That beat.
Because it had that beat, and he did it. Yeah, and then everybody joined in. So I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, let me bring in that you don't watch wrestling. I ain't gonna bring you in here. You're just gonna waste our damn time saying something that got nothing to do with it. So real quick. So anyway, Sammy and them came out, they had a whole little brawl. And so what was your thoughts on that little segment?
I thought it was okay. I mean,
I apologize. Spoiler alert, we will be covering wrestling. So anyway, I'm gonna skip on. I just want to, cover it a little bit. So then here's the crazy thing. He didn't see what the Miz did. So he ended up winning because of the Miz, but he didn't see it. So I wonder if because I feel like Dragon Off's going to eventually
turn. Man. If you have the Miz at your corner, you know what the Miz is doing.
Well, the Miz wasn't in his corner though. So I feel like Dragon Off is ultimately going to end up turning bad again. All right, so the thing with Jordan Grace is getting crazy. They're two big buff chicks, and ultimately it's going to lead to them feuding. But I don't want Jordan to beat Jade. I feel like Jade needs to have
it's a little early for that right now. Like Jade, if we would have built Jade up as like a big star, she's got to get some W's while holding that belt.
Right.
You're not a big star, and then you take like a bunch of L's holding the title.
And I think what's cool too is use this. And guys, make sure you hit that like button. I'm terrible at saying like, comment, subscribe, but hit the like button. I think what's cool is you could use this to build up Jordan. She could come up short against Jade whenever they face each other. But I think Jade needs to keep the belt until Mania and Bianca come out. I'm not saying she has to win the Royal Rumble, but Bianca end up facing Jade, at WrestleMania for the title or somewhere for the title. I feel like now Mania and these big events isn't as crazy since people have been losing belts on actual shows. But anyway,
Sure.
So let me.
I like Jordan Grace. I don't know how I feel about her. Oh, my Wyatt.
Let me pause this. I'm letting the whole thing play. I know they're about to come after me, but I don't think I can let too much of it play straight up. But so AJ's supposed to be putting up his career against Gunther at the Royal Rumble, and everybody's concerned about him.
By the way, this Saturday, don't forget to watch.
Yeah, man, this Saturday. And so we'll just skip along if you guys didn't know. And the winner was, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. He was, yeah.
He won
let me get to the chat.
pretty average for the most part.
Yeah, it was, was what it was. All right, let me bring Vet in. All right. Oh, Vet jumped out. He said, I've already hosted 2 live wrestling events. What you hosted? I didn't realize you was that really into wrestling, Vet, and I know you said you're wild and crazy, and I just didn't want you to be kind of like killing time. I'm just trying to breeze through wrestling, and so we could get to the main stuff.
We're trying to burn through it quickly so we could get to the topics.
Yes. Oh, let me see. Hold up. Let me go see what is going on in here. No debate. Now I could talk. Let me see. It says sub mode. I can honestly even wait. It says sub only mode. No, I thought no. I specifically made sure I didn't put sub only mode on because you guys was telling me you was having some issues. So when I did it today, let me just double check. I made sure I didn't put that. I didn't toggle that on. I used to do that just because trolls would come in, and so I feel like, all right, well, if you're gonna troll me, guess what? You're gonna subscribe just for that moment. Let me see. Oh, you're right. It does say subscribe only. My bad. Damn. All right, you got me. See, that wasn't hard for me to admit that I was wrong. See that? So all the time when we had these topics and you guys go back and forth and you don't want to just be like, yeah, you got me. Like, bro, just be like, oh, yeah, you're right. Anyway, it will kill a lot of stuff. There's sometimes in the Discord, we go back and forth and somebody clearly just trying to avoid being like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, my bad. It's crazy just to not say my bad. Anyway, says okay at the moment. What's up, folks? I'll leave it off. Neil's in the building. Sev said wrestling wasn't listed in the topics. Yes, it is.
Yes, it was.
In the topics, it says
WWErecap.
Hey, Sev, you're going to have to get your glasses fixed, man. Let me see. I feel like Trick Williams is the character that the Valentine
Oh, God.
Not really. The Valentine Dream was...
No, Valentine Dream was way more flamboyant.
Yeah, yes, he was super flamboyant. Yeah.
I didn't like it. It was too.
The Jobber 6. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta do this. Okay, I gotta do this. All right. Welcome to the Chosen Zone. Obi Rose, what's up, man? Had to give him his flowers, man. Said, yo, K-Pasta, what's up? Cowboy TBG, what up, y'all? Now, is AJ retiring this week? I don't know, man. Yo, Maker Chaos, so rest in peace, WWE. 5-0 Trey in the building, so washing my hands. I'll hop on in a sec. All right, cool, man. Jump on in. Guys, let me bring in none other than the new guy in the community. He's the new man and good dude. I love to troll and laugh at him because he's fun to laugh and troll at, but it's none other than my man, the Sonic Racing Crossroads champion from last week, none other than Neos. Wait, I forgot. He got destroyed by Purple Haze. She was the champion. What's up, Neos?
That's.
I forgot. And then I remembered. I'm sorry. It was the week before. It was the week before you was a champ. My bad.
Hey, man, it's all good, bro. So we gonna talk about these PC problems too.
We're definitely gonna get into it, but I want to breeze through shows. I want to breeze through wrestling though. Let's get through wrestling real quick and even speed it up a little bit more.
All right, bet.
So now I'm going over to Saturday night main event. And
you might not want to do any kind of video for Saturday night main event because that would definitely get taken down.
Listen, we'll see what happens, man.
Okay,
so let's do Saturday night main event. I just like to have a picture on the screen. So honestly, let's just do that. We'll use it to put the picture on the screen. So they came in, beat the hell out of each other. An official match never even got to start because they beat the hell out of each other. I mean, they went up and down all around. Here, let me skip a little bit. Fought outside. It was wild. look, they was in the back. It was crazy. So they never got to have an official match, and it is what it is. But what's your thoughts on Cody beefing with Jacob? Well, Jacob cost him his title. The biggest title in professional wrestling happened on SmackDown. That's wild.
It's not the biggest title in professional wrestling. It's the big
really?
gold, baby. It's big gold. No, I couldn't give two fucks about Cody or Jacob Fatu. Why the hell should I care about these guys? They're
Fair
all
enough.
filler.
Fair enough. So let's keep it moving. You don't have much to say. Let's keep it moving. All right. So, but at the end, because Drew came out and did that.
Probably.
But I would like to see Jacob Fatu as champion, though. I think he is definitely going to be good.
I think it's too early for him.
I think he's good, but I think it's too early. I think
not right now.
Yeah, but somewhere in 2026, I can see it. I'm not saying 2026 is out the picture for him. Just give it a little bit more time. So we had this match, easy way to stop the count. But this
guy Ripley versus, I believe it was Roxanne and Liv, if I remember right.
No. So it was yes. Roxanne and Liv versus the tag team champs, Io and so AJ. AJ did say before he turned 50, he said he will not be wrestling by the time he turns 50. So he is retiring this year, and so now it's kind of like John Cena actually said, they had an interview with John Cena. Said I told him he should do the same year tour, but he said he didn't want to do it.
Here's the interesting part. He is essentially doing that. I mean, if you look at
he kind of is, but what makes me wonder is he going to lose to Gunther? Because he said he didn't want to do it. He personally said, I don't want to do that. So it's like, is he just going to, we building up all this hype to him and Gunther, and will he end up losing? I don't know, but we will find out this.
No, that's actually what you want. Yeah, you
right.
Kick him.
There we go. Sami Zayn is now the #1 contender. So I don't know if you guys know or not, but Drew is the champ.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Because TPG, I thought you said, "Oh, Drew should be champ." I was like, "He is the champ."
He is the champ. I was just like, that's why he should be the champ.
All right. So,
I'm sorry, man. Sammy versus Drew is gonna be such a filler match. I'm sorry. There is not a chance in hell Sami Zayn is being Drew.
I'll say this: out of everybody on the wrestling roster that bet to be champ in 2026, for me, #1 is Sami Zayn. He's been there way too long. He had some big matches. I felt he literally was the glue for the whole Bloodline storyline. Bloodline was like, and then when Sami joined them,
hey, Cowboy, I gotta ask you a question. Serious question here. Are you feeling a little oozy today?
I'm feeling a little oozy, man. I'm just saying. So anyway, but Obi, dude, if you play Sonic Racing, man, we play on Tuesday. So if you got it, I know you got 2 young boys, so maybe you bought the game. I don't know, but it is an amazing racer as well. So, but my so I was using SpongeBob till my man Pac-Man came out. So bring your SpongeBob if you want. Let me see. Black Dragon said Finn Balor not. Hey, hold up. We ain't even get to that yet, man. Damn, why you jumping the gun, bro? Calm down. So anyway, I'm caught up with the chat, and let's finish this thing off with last night, which was Monday Night Raw.
The CM Punk show with other guys.
Listen, man. I've never been a CM Punk fan. My son, that's one of his favorite wrestlers, but I respect the hell out of CM Punk. He came out, opened the show, talking with AJ Styles, and I thought it was cool because he came out and was like, what are you doing? Why are you putting your career on the line? And why would you do that? If you lose, then you and me will never get to face each other. And the fans are like,
I love how Punk was working the whole crowd the whole time. He was like, wait, so, would you guys want to see that?
No, I feel like the crowd brought it up first, and he was smart enough to work with the crowd. He wasn't working the crowd. You know what I mean? Like the crowd was on it.
This is a dream match. AJ Styles versus CM Punk.
Yeah, man.
It's one of the dream matches. It's like CM Punk versus Kenny Omega, which we never got.
So and you know what's cool? And they decided, why not do it tonight? So
do it tonight for the world title. Hey, you know what? Hey, maybe this is some convoluted way to get the title on Gunther.
Hey, listen. So we'll get to it. So next match, All hell is breaking loose. They had a 6-woman match, and it was Stephanie Vaquer with the tag team champs going against pretty much Judgment Day. And
yeah, hey, like, come on, man, Judgment Day is over for first Finn goes.
I don't think so. So I thought,
that's mommy.
Now this was kind of crazy. So Adam Pearce had to admit that yes, he did touch Braun Breaker first when he suspended him. So he had to apologize. But then he said all of them could be in the Rumble. Now I think he did that on purpose, thinking they would fall apart. But he also was giving them a lot of privileges. Gave Austin Theory his match against Ray because he felt he got screwed. So I'm like, is Pierce gonna turn bad, or is he like, you know what? I'm gonna screw them over by making them all in the Rumble because they're all not gonna really be able to say, oh, let's just want Braun to win. They're gonna turn on each other. What do you think, TPG?
Okay, so I think this storyline's obviously leading to Adam Pearce having some kind of like faction of his own. Kind of like being Paul Heyman versus Adam Pearce kind of thing. That's what I would wanted to see. I think this is kind of stupid whenever they have that. Oh, this authority figure called me and said that I have to do this, I have to do that. It's like what back in the day they did the board executives.
I love again now. I really didn't think you watched that much wrestling. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched a lot and I will say this, Vet. I'm trying to like speed through some of this stuff, so you could jump back in. Just let's not have long, like, you know what I mean. I want to kind of like, I want to move this night along and thus not get stuck like over and over. But with that being said, let's bring in somebody else who's sitting in the back, none other than the man who's just started his own podcast. The man who just created his own Discord is none other than 5-0 Trey Gaming, aka Murder, aka my man Ellis. What's up, man?
What up, everybody?
What's up, Murder?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Cool. Nothing. I'm just like Cowboy. I'm just lounging.
I got Murder. I got a problem with you.
Just lounging. Just
I got my gripe with Murder. Murder, I got a problem with you, man. Could we hash this out?
Of course.
Here's my problem, bro.
Not long ago.
Listen. Stop trying to get into these underage Discord chats. The thing clearly says you're not allowed in my Discord because it got adult content. That's why we can't put you in there. All right?
Cowboy, stop, man, stop. You're gonna get him in some trouble.
Murder.
Oh my God, dude.
I was out there living my life. Didn't even look at Discord since like Thursday or whenever I last messaged. I got to work and I didn't have nothing to do. I'm standing by my heater. I'm like, why can't I get in the damn Discord? What happened? And then you go and tell me, well, you said, hey, some stuff went down. I had to switch it.
Yeah, it went crazy. But I think what happened to you was on your phone, it's not letting you get in. But even myself, and I made a Discord. When I turn it on my PC and click on Discord, it literally comes up and say, there is adult content or something. So do you want to go in or not? And you have to say yes. I feel like you might have accidentally hit no. But if you hit yes, it'll let you right in.
I haven't even been on my PC since last week.
No, but try it now. Try it now.
Oh, I got it unlocked before I came in.
Gentlemen.
Oh, you're in there?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let's move on. So let's bring in none other than the wild, crazy man himself. I have to apologize. I didn't know he actually watched wrestling, but we're going to bring in none other than my man, Vet Rage Gaming. Let's go, Vet.
What's going on? Let's have to take this off.
Hey, Vet, you don't watch no goddamn wrestling. Stop lying.
What the fuck you talking about, boy? I've been watching wrestling since when you were in diapers.
Last time you watched wrestling, you were sleeping and it just happened to come on.
No, I've been watching wrestling since the late 80s.
All right, fair enough. All right,
modern product.
Let's just fly through this thing because we definitely
I just want to give.
Hold on. Let me answer TPG's comment. You know, the Pony Boys comment. I haven't said that in a while, so I had to throw that in there. Yes, I do. I followed Stephanie McMahon's advice and got a VPN in my browser so I can watch SmackDown on Netflix because I'm not paying TKO $30 a month for some garbage ESPN crap that I don't need.
Yeah, I mean,
and since the billionaire, the $1 billion princess told me to use a VPN, that's what I'm doing.
She did tell you that. You know,
Yokozuna's actually going to be at the Rumble, I believe. I think he's number 30.
Who?
Yokozuna's dead.
According to the Saudis, he's alive and well. Thank you very much.
I was like, what? All right, let me look.
What are you talking about, man?
Hold on,
read your chat, bro. Read your chat. Come on now.
Listen, you're already in here, so I just decided let me not read the chat because you're in here. But,
okay.
Yeah, Black Dragon said the Saudis requested Yokozuna and Ultimate Warrior for the Rumble. WWE has to inform them they're not available.
Hey, they're not available, folks, because they just became all elite. I'm just saying.
Is that real though? Did they really do that?
Anyway, they're both dead.
So let's.
No. The Saudis requested a bunch of super legends. That's what happens when the Saudis own the WWE. They want everybody on there.
I mean, not for nothing. They do like to have a lot of people on there, but they're paying the big bucks. But anyway,
okay. I want to say this real quick before we get off this segment that happened. Love Braun Breaker. Goddamn, this dude is becoming my main on GM mode and all that stuff when I need a guy to represent my brand. Love him. Seriously, the future of professional wrestling. I think he needs to win. I think he's going to win the Royal Rumble.
No, he's not.
So you know what's crazy? This is what I said. When I was trying to think of who should beat John Cena for the last match, I did say I do think it's Gunther because I feel like he's a made wrestler. And I said the only young talent, up-and-coming young talent that I would trust with beating Cena, I felt would be Braun Breaker. But I'd rather Gunther. So,
Braun's not going to win it. I'm going to tell you right off the bat. I bet y'all. Okay. I bet everybody on this panel $100 says Chris Jericho wins the Rumble.
So I think if Chris Jericho wins the Rumble, that would be just as bad as when he won the AEW.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So, who's in charge of this? It's not the WWE. It's not TKO. The Saudis are paying for it in Riyadh.
But I don't think the Saudis. So here's the thing: the Saudis might pay to have the big stars there, but I don't think they know enough clearly to be it'd be great. Hold on, wait. I don't think they know enough to clearly be like, and Chris Jericho should win. That just don't even.
True, but the shareholders say who wins and who's going to win it.
Yeah, but Chris Jericho. So listen, as a fan of wrestling, and this is why I don't want to get into. I kind of want to just get through wrestling. But as a fan of wrestling, I was all on board to watch AEW. I had it on my DVR. I was set because I felt it was supposed to be the anti-WWE. Give me something WWE don't do. And when Chris Jericho won, I was like, bro, I don't even want to watch it now. You got a WWE. Now I get it. Chris Jericho is such a big star. I get people say it made sense. But I just feel like now you're just doing the same thing with WWE. If you make him
I get that. No. I get your issue. And you and I have talked about this with AEW. I understand that. But the problem was without a massive superstar. And this was before Dean Ambrose came over there or, Moxley. Without somebody like a massive somebody a widely known product or whatever, AEW would have been dead on arrival.
I don't think so. They had such a big they had such a big following that they sold out Madison Square Garden before they was officially AEW. You got to remember that. Like Cody,
I do.
It was a big deal.
No. I do, but you also got to think that they would not have been around right now because what does WWE own or TKO own? They own WWE. They own TNA. They literally own every fucking wrestling thing.
Hold on, listen. Yo, my guy Black Dragon said AEW, aka All X WWE. I love it. All right, anyway. Come on. So this segment happened. They he gave them a lot of, you could do this, you could do that. And then we went into the match with Bam. With Austin Aries. So Austin Aries ended up.
This whole Vision shit is so lame because they have Austin Theory in it.
Yo, you know what's crazy? My wife and I was watching it. And we was like, dude, he just don't fit in. Like I'm looking at him like, dude, he just don't. To me, what I hope is the rumors saying that he's technically going to be down with Seth when Seth come back, and he just placed himself inside of there with them to like be like, you know, in there.
Seth's just like, wait. Who let you in? Who put you in here?
No, he's a double agent.
So yeah, that would make more sense, but I feel like he doesn't fit. But it is what it is. All right, so Austin Theory ended up winning.
It don't matter. Brock Lesnar's winning the Royal Rumble. We all know this. Let's be real.
I mean, you
I'm
never
kidding.
know.
I'm just kidding on that one as well. We all know who's winning the Royal Rumble.
We don't know. We don't know. You said that 8 times, so that means we don't know.
Watch it. It's going to be Cody Rhodes. They've been the fact that he keeps talking about the third time is something that's never been done.
Cody to win.
I think,
dude, come on now,
right, guys.
Yeah, predictable.
All right, so let me just get through this. All right, I don't know about Cody Rhodes because he just had the big title, but we'll see. You never know. So they beat the hell out of them, and this is cool for me. Bring Natty for Maxine Dupree because. Yeah, they gave her the big title, beat Becky, but then they brought her down a little bit. I feel like maybe she's not ready. And, you know, have this feud. This is perfect for Natty to bring her back and perfect for her for Maxine. Huh?
I was replying to your chats, and so you can keep speeding through. That's my role is. And otherwise, I'm going to make this segment ridiculously long, and I'm only here for the politics. As you can see, I'm the reporter.
Yeah, you're definitely going to extend this.
But I will say the Cody Rhodes thing. I get it that he just had the big belt and all that bull crap. But remember, what did Drew say? The only way there's no chance of you ever getting a rematch for the title. What's the one way to get a rematch?
No, there's two ways. There's 2 ways. Cody could win, or Drew could possibly not be champ. Then he don't have to face Drew.
Yeah, but we know that's not going to happen. The latter is not going to happen. What the key there was the fact that Drew even said it. The only way for Cody to get a rematch is to win the Rumble.
Hey Vet, we just gonna have to wait and see, man. All right.
I already watched the episode.
Come on, there's the real man right there. There's the real man. The man.
So the man Becky Lynch. I think what was cool with the Becky Lynch segment is that Natalya said that, and when I'm done with you, then I'm going for the title. So it's like, oh, this is a double whammy now. She's beefing with Maxine Dupree
and have her match with Becky.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. And Becky responded like, she want to come for my title, acting like Donald Trump. Like, I was like, dude, she remind me of somebody. I'm like, yo, that's what she's trying to do. She's like, I mean, I didn't say it. They said it. Like, she's literally trying to like mimic Donald Trump.
Her entire shtick the whole time with the not the Sports Illustrated,
right,
but the whole time.
There's Joy says I'm the greatest women's wrestler.
The whole conspiracy. She's not only capitalizing on the Donald Trump thing, she's also bringing in some of the Sami Zayn. Remember when Zayn was and
that's how Logan Paul got put into WWE.
Yeah. That was that was good stuff. All right, so let's get to this. So Gunther, I like how they call him the career killer. So he put out Goldberg, put out John Cena. Now he wants to put out AJ Styles.
He even hinted at putting out Michael Cole.
Yeah, and he said, "Hey, Michael Cole. Hey, listen, remember, Michael Cole is still undefeated at WrestleMania.
That's very true.
Hey, but I'm just saying that he might be a career killer, but he ain't no legend killer.
That is true. Now, I think one of the cool things
is a punt to the skull to put his ass out of misery.
One of the cool things he said though is they said, "Well, why do you want to, take AJ's career?" And this was cool. He said, "I already beat him, so what left is there for me to even face him? There's no point for me to face him, but to be able to say I retired AJ along with John and Goldberg." And I'm like, you know what? That makes a good point for him. Let me go to the chat real quick. Let me see. All jokes aside, AEW really do be putting on some great matches. Theory is plant. No, I agree. Remember when Judgment Day had a gimmick? And then Obi said, "No Theory slander here. Theory is the man, and y'all all know it." And then he said, "There will also be no Maxine slander here." And then Black Dragon said, "Cody needs to turn heel and get a new gimmick. Make him the Homelander." I agree.
He's not going to be Homelander if he turns. If he turns heel, and that's a big if because he's the baby face. He's the John Cena of WWE right now. And if he were to turn heel, he's just going to bring back what was his little gimmick with the
Stardust.
Yeah, he's either going to be Stardust.
I knew he was going there.
No.
Oh,
He's either going to be Stardust or he's going to be Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Dashing Cody. Yo, I was the biggest Dashing Cody Rhodes fan.
Well, that's the thing is, when he was Stardust, he wasn't a heel. He was still a babyface. The only times he was a heel, or the biggest times, was when he was under the tutelage, when he was learning from Randy Orton.
Right.
But the biggest time is after that is when he became Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Right, and then he had the mask on because Rey Mysterio had the thing was he broke his nose.
Yeah, but he was still Dashing Cody. He still went by that moniker.
Yeah.
That would be the only way I could see him come back as.
I think they actually his thing was undashing because he had the mask on. Because even in the WWE game, his name is.
They're not going to though. He's like John Cena. You can't make him a heel at this point. It's too late.
No, I don't.
As the face of the company.
Yeah, I disagree with that, but we'll revisit it if it ever happens. So let's go to this. So they had a triple threat match. So for the tag team titles to be the number one contender. So you had Otis and Cesaro. You had the New Day, and you had the what do they call themselves? The what's the brothers called?
The Creeds. The
Creed brothers, yeah. So the and they had the dudes in there. Wait, is the Creed brothers was in this or no? Because there was the
They were.
Yeah, they was in there. Yeah, so it was a fatal 4-way. Yeah, because the what are they?
The American Chad Gable's group. Let's be real.
Yeah, I don't even read is Rio or Rio and
it don't matter. They're a bunch of bums.
But anyway, and was like, why y'all don't let us get the match? It was like, man, come on now. We're cool. We don't want to have to beat y'all. And Otis was like, no, I'm serious. They was like, okay. So I like the fact that they won. Obviously, they won't be there. Here it was. Now.
And now this is a cool segment.
Okay, so let me build this up a little bit. When they had their match over in Ireland, right?
Well, it was last Monday.
Right, and when Finn lost, at the end, you know, he came in, CM Punk raised his hand, and I've been calling for that. I was like, please let Finn become good again. Let on Monday him see Liv, and they have some type of beef. Let him leave the Judgment Day, and let the Judgment Day just be an all-girl group like how Damage Control was, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to get what I want. They had this segment. Everything looks cool. He walked down the hallway. He see Liv. Liv got an attitude. I'm like, bro, I'm going to get, here we go. Here's Liv and him. I'm thinking I'm going to get what I want. And at the end, they had a match. Now, here's the crazy thing. I said this to my wife. I said, no way, neither one of us is going to win. I guarantee Gunther's going to come out and attack both of them at the end of the night. Well, boy, I was wrong, but I was right. Because at the end of the
soak for a while, maybe he starts seeing the flaws with the Judgment Day. Dominic or JD
he's been seeing the flaws. And let's be real. What has Dom done? That he's literally a waste of space.
I think Dom. No, Dom is. All right.
What? When was the last time? When's the last time he's been on a show?
No, but I think Dom and JD are both injured.
Okay,
Dom is injured because he's an idiot.
If that's the case, they need to pull the trigger sooner rather than later.
They're not. This is the thing. Y'all are thinking that they're leading this up for him to turn babyface. That's not what they're doing.
No, I never said that. I said I thought he was going to become babyface, but this just happened, so I was wrong.
No, I can tell you why they did this. They're leading this up to bring back what's his alter ego?
The Demon.
The Demon.
Exactly. That's
I did. I'm sorry, I got to disagree with you. I don't know how much wrestling you watch. The Demon normally is always good. The only time the Demon was bad was when he went against Edge.
And yet, that's what's predictable. Why not just throw a wrench in it? Because how many people saw John Cena?
Because when they made the Demon turn bad, that literally ruined the character, and that was the last time they used the Demon.
Yeah,
so
that's
not how the Demon should be used.
No, I understand that that's not how it's supposed to be used. But let's be real. What happened to John Cena's farewell tour the moment they decided, let's let him be a heel? They ruined his farewell tour. That was the worst segment of WWE in recent time.
Well, look, man.
I mean, listen, I hear you.
You're thinking here's the thing. The problem is you're thinking Vince McMahon era. You have to put your brain and think of it as
TKO. So listen, Vet. Think about it. All right, just hear me out for a minute. You have new investors come in. You have investors that want to make money. The investor's going to be like, okay, who's this Finn guy? And they're like, oh, he had this really great gimmick where he was a demon. They're like, oh, let's do that again. They're like, well, he's bad right now. Yeah, let's do it anyway. Like, no. When he's good, the demon works and it makes money. When he's bad and you use the demon, it's terrible and it doesn't make money. The investors, as you're saying, as I agree, wants to make money, but that would be bad to bring back the demon. That wouldn't make sense if your investors want to make money.
I understand that. No, I get that. I get what you're saying. But man, you're still thinking it like Vince is doing. Like
no, because you just said. See, this is why I didn't want to have that, bro. I just want to get through the damn segment, man.
Maybe this is my ulterior motive to bypass your little political show and keep this a wrestling podcast because apparently people are loving this shit. Well, never mind. All right, it's over.
All right, can I just give my quick little thoughts here?
No, you're a PlayStation gamer.
Okay,
and I see a PC in the background.
I think at the end of the day, this is all to get Finn back into the main title picture, and I think it's working. I think you're going to see him. I think you're going to see him feud with. Basically, I think Finn is Plan B in case Seth doesn't come back by the time for Mania, and honestly, Finn Balor versus CM Punk for the world title. That's actually a pretty interesting match to have.
No. They just did that. But that's my problem. They literally just did that 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but then you have the Judgment Day Finn with his the Judgment Day support.
He was still the Judgment Day Finn. You know, they just didn't come out. They let him. Anyway, listen. I didn't want this to be this. This what we're doing here would be a whole other show. This is just a recap wrestling, man. God damn.
But here's your problem, Cowboy. You can't have other people on here to recap a show.
That's why I kept you in the back. I literally said it. I kept you in the back because I just want to breeze through it. And what you do, you extending the show.
Yep, like a heel that I am, like the epic villain I am.
Listen, this is bigger than you, Vet. This is everybody watching. This is us all enjoying murder, sitting in the back like, what the hell?
Can we call
Vet in the back like, what the hell?
Can we call Vet the Seth Rollins of our podcast?
Hey, Neo's. We don't know what Neo. Hey, we don't even know what Neo's is doing.
All right. So
we don't even know what Neo's is doing.
I'm up here playing Arc. I'm up here playing Arc Raiders while y'all are babbling, bro.
So that was the wrestling recap. All right. So before we take any more time, Vet's here, Neos is here, TBG's here. TBG. So I'm gonna pull us all off. I'm gonna let you explain the whole next topic because I did say you could spearhead this whole thing, and so but we're really gonna for this. We legit need to have.
Topic switch.
All right, guys. So we had to do a topic switch. So that was some wrestling recap. Just wanted to quickly recap it, even though it took us an hour. But to be fair, that was 3 shows we covered. So over the weekend, TPG actually brought up a topic, and it got everybody riled up. Everybody had an opinion. Everybody had a thought, and opinions are great. Thoughts are great. So we're going to go into this next segment. I'm going to let TPG spearhead it. He's going to start it off. But in order to do this, I think the best way to do this is to let each person be able to speak by their self, and for the guys in the back to actually use the private chat and say, oh, all you have to do is just simply write, I have something to say. That's it. And I would make sure I bring up that person next so they could say what they have to say, and we will keep rotating like that. Because to have all, you just see how it was talking about wrestling with everybody at the same time. This is not going to work like that. So I'm going to have to do my job as a host and let everybody get a fair stake at speaking. But I'm going to pull myself off. let TPG jump on. TPG, definitely plug yourself as well. You got a channel and all that. Let the people know who you are and everything, and take it away.
Oh, I'm in charge of all this. Okay, so over the weekend, there were obviously protests happen in Minneapolis, aka Minnesota. And basically what was happening is that, to put it simple, there are ICE raids going on. And people obviously are protesting ICE. They don't like ICE. And obviously there's extra irony of the actual being real ICE on the ground. But we're talking about immigration's custom enforcement. So basically what happened is there's a situation that happened where a woman was essentially kind of being harassed by her ICE, and a Samaritan stepped in and was trying to help her out, and kind of like, hey man, guys, you can handle this so much better. You don't have to sit here, because like they're literally like yelling at this woman and they're almost got her pinned to the ground. And it's like, in no way is that okay. There's a way to handle it, and there's a way to handle it wrong. They're doing it wrong. So this man steps in, and essentially what happens is he's murdered. He's murdered in front of a bunch of people. ICE, I think it's Christine Nome. I think that's her name. I'm not 100% sure about the whole ICE hierarchy. But what happened is they said that he was coming in, trying to cause chaos. Like he was, threatening to shoot up ICE and everything. So, yes, Cowboy. So, for the record, pause it for a second, Cowboy. Pause it. So, we just got to give you an advisory. Heads up. This is some hard shit to watch. So, you've been warned. The stuff you're about to see is graphic. Don't let your children see it. Play it, Cowboy.
And just want to say I muted it, so we'll just mute it that way.
Okay, so he muted. Good boy. Good man. So as you're seeing what's happening here, basically people have been recording ICE throughout the week, just basically because after what happened to that woman, they've been like, okay, let's hold them accountable. I think we're having some technical problems, but well. So yeah, you're seeing this is I'm pretty sure this is from other person's perspective. Yeah, this is the woman who was like the closest to the situation. So I think this is the man that right there was stopping traffic. Okay, so as you see, look at ICE right there. They start shoving this woman, and they all start gaining up on her. They're pepper spraying, not tasering, but pepper spraying them. Thankfully, this camera person is trying to get some distance while still being close enough. Look at how many ICE agents there are in this whole thing. Oh, we won't forget that channel. Don't worry, we won't forget that part. But yeah, then they start shooting him. Now, I actually heard a report saying the first original shot actually came from the back, from the guy who was behind him. I'm not 100% sure about that. But yes, they gunned down this man in front of a bunch of people. So for the record, Cowboy, you can pause the video now if you want to. So for the record, yes, they did find a concealed weapon on the man. But here's the thing to remember. He, one, had a concealed weapons permit. And Minnesota is a open, what they call it, open arms state, like kind of like you can have your gun kind of like out in the open. So yes, he did have a gun on him, and apparently he was actually
open carry.
Open carry, yes. I think also I heard somewhere they said that he was actually also a military veteran. I'm not 100% sure about that. I know he was someone who worked in the hospital, and yes, he did have a loaded gun. I 100% think that that's something he should not have had on him. But still, they are saying that he was, waving this weapon around. But I don't know if Cowboy has the footage, But I saw a video where they actually point out that, yes, you could see Ice actually grab the gun from his back pocket and then they shot him. So I don't know if you guys are trained well in guns, but how does someone go from brandishing a weapon and looking like he's going to kill ICE agents to all of a sudden it's in his back pocket? Like, he's got his hand, like, I don't know if you guys can see, the gun was in his back pocket, like here. So it's like, how does the gun go from brandish it up here to all the way in the back in seconds? And ICE didn't see, no one recorded this. No one caught that on camera. The only thing he had in his hands was his cell phone because he was recording it, because he was trying to obviously, he's just trying to record the situation. So yeah, personally, I don't know if Cowboy wants to get on to let everyone speak their segment, but let me speak mine first. I think there's a way to handle this right. I think there's a way to handle it wrong. I don't think ICE has been properly trained. I don't think they have been like how the police are told to handle things, because I have actually talked to other people about this. So I've seen YouTube videos where the first thing the police officers tell you is the first thing they're taught is do not escalate a situation by pulling out your weapon. You could pull out your pepper spray, you could pull out your stun gun, but you never pull out the lethal option first. There's a way that you could have handled this better. Look at this. This is 3+ people on one guy. You tell me one of these guys don't have a handcuffs and detain him? I'm sorry. 2 magazines and a gun don't justify murder. Because again, it's an open carry state. He had a registered. He was a registered concealed permits. I think they handle it wrong. I'm not against ICE and the core, get rid of the illegal immigrants thing, but I am against them murdering people. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's a tricky subject.
All right, so you want to let somebody else jump on there?
Yes, I'll let someone else.
All right, so all right, cool. Let's let let's let Vet get in here. And Vet, jump on up in here. Also, guys, here is Vet's channel right here. Vet, tell them that about the channel and everything. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom as well. You got the floor, brother.
Shit, there we go. Hold on a second. You don't have to put me on full screen, but I'm still pulling up all the info and everything. I'm just a gamer that streams video games on Rumble. I post news and other stuff, gaming news, politics, you name it. I post it on X and Threads. But I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat the fact that if the guy had didn't have 2 loaded magazines along with the gun, and didn't resist arrest, he'd still be alive. It's pretty simple. Same thing that happened with the Renee Good. If she hadn't have driven from Colorado to Minnesota purposely to interfere in a federal business, she'd still be alive. If she had chosen not to use a 2,000-pound vehicle as a weapon, she'd still be alive. This guy knew what he was doing. I get that Minnesota has an open carry license, whatever. But when you have a loaded gun and you have 2 extra loaded magazines, you knew damn well what you were doing. And you chose to resist arrest. You chose to ignore the directions of the federal agents. This is kind of what happens. I mean, I'm not going to say it, but it is. It's called fuck around, find out. Do something stupid. You're gonna have to deal with the consequences. It's not rocket science. Like, I don't know when did we lose common sense? That's the problem.
You want somebody else to jump back in there? You jump back in?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Take me off.
You got it, brother. As soon as I can find you. Where the hell you go? There you go. All right, so let me bring Neos on here. And Neos, let the people know who you are and about your channel. And
all right.
Take it away, man.
Hello, folks. My name is Neos. As some of you may know, on my channel, I do variety gaming. I stream a lot of Counter-Strike, Dead by Daylight, Marvel Rivals, and I have been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Syndicate lately and everything. And that's a little bit about me. I'm new to everyone, getting to know the whole community and whatnot. But I just want to throw in my 2 cents about this whole situation that's taking place with ICE. I think, as Vet said, I do agree with the same thing. It is a case of fuck around and find out. I think pretty much both of these individuals will be here if you just don't dig that deep into this type of stuff, man. I think that's the problem with a lot of people, is that they're so deep into this stuff, and once they get caught up, something happens, and then people want to protest. But it's like, dude, especially with the lady that got killed trying to run somebody over, as I said before, if you have kids, you have a priority in your life, man, to focus on your kids. Why is you there blocking ICE agents? Why is you there being in a way, and then you're trying to run somebody over? What do you expect is going to happen? I'm sorry, that these people lost their lives. I wish these people were still here. I don't hop on any other train that other people do, like, oh yeah, get these people out here. Da, da. I don't hop on that train. I wish these people were still here. But at the end of the day, man, based on what I've seen from both these videos, it is a serious case of effing around and finding out. And I think, all honesty, it all comes down to just minding your business. I'm pretty sure if these people just mind their business and not get into this stuff, they would still be here, doing what they do, living their life. But when you're so deep into something, you're gonna, it's gonna be some bad stuff to come your way, man. And I'm saying this because yet I have my own opinions and everything. We're all Americans and stuff. And, there's some things that I don't like, but, at the end of the day, there's rules to follow. There's a thing called authority. I think everybody has forgotten what that is. We do live in a world where you do have to follow instructions, bro. And I'm not saying like bow down or whatever, but I'm saying like know when to pick and choose your battles, man. I'm not trying to like justify anything, but the fact, man, when you're in a car and you're trying to run somebody over, you're gonna get popped, bro. It just is what it is. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Same thing with this guy here. ICE agent was trying to put somebody out the way. He literally pushed his hands onto an ICE agent, as you can see. Like, back it up a little bit, Cowboy. Just a little bit further, like way back. Yeah, like right here, right? Like, the ICE agent pushing that person back. And then, as you can see, he got physical contact. What is you doing? That it's just common sense, man. I just think a lot of people nowadays don't have common sense. And I just think people are just too deep in stuff, man. That's just my 2 cents. So.
All right, good stuff, Neos. Let me bring on somebody else. Also, Neos' channel is there. Make sure you guys check them out. All these guys are good people, man. And I'm glad they're coming on here. A great way to speak about it. Let me see if my guy 50 Trey Gaming, if he had anything to say about it also. Anything you wanted to say? Because I never got to talk about to see if you even wanted to. Yeah, I can hear you good. Yep.
Okay.
Did you want to jump in here?
I really don't know too much about it. When I heard about it out here where I'm at, I thought it was just the same incident that had happened in Minnesota a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So I thought that's what they were talking about. I don't believe that anybody deserves, well, there are a couple, people on this earth, or forms of people that I think, they could go away and I wouldn't mind. But I don't
Yep.
believe anybody deserves to die like that.
And I'm gonna pull myself off. I'll give you the floor, right?
Okay. Yeah. I don't know though. I'm so numb to this type of stuff. I'm 44 years old. Been through a lot, seen a lot. I usually know that I've had experiences with police. I've been locked up. I've been through things, and I know a lot of the time, when you're defying the law, it could turn into a bad experience, and I don't think anybody deserves to be just shot. I don't see that man aiming a gun at them. I don't. He's already pepper spray. Just some things just don't need to happen. Um, I don't know. Like I I keep saying because I just don't know what to say about this type of thing, because I've been through a lot of stuff on the West Coast, and shootings and things of that nature, and it's just it's just never good. So prayers goes out to that person's family. Um, I, man, I I I guess this is America. You know what I mean? Back in my day, cowboy, you're out there somewhere. The last thing up, I mean, yeah, there'll be the occasional person getting shot, by the police. But they used to have to at least chase a motherfucker down, sick the dogs on you, things of that nature. It wasn't always just immediately shoot to kill somebody, leg wound them. You don't always got to shoot somebody 17 times in the head, in the back of the head, and say it's justified. But, you know, um, we see it every day. I totally agree too. You fuck around and you find out, because I fucked around and I've had to find out. And yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad. That's all. It's sad.
Well, I know you do got to go. You want to tell the people about your channel? I got the link up there for anybody to click on there and check you out.
Yeah, holler at your boy, man. I'm over there at 50 Trey Gaming. New to the scene, but been around for a long time. This is just a hobby of mine, so I get on there when I can, talk about games. I'm gonna go into some UFO stuff because I'm a believer in that. Couple reactions, just some regular stuff, Come over, fuck with me.
That's what's up. All right, well, look, man, if you're free when you get back from doing your fatherly duties, we should be still on or whatever, and we should be playing some games a little later. So yeah, man, we'll definitely catch up.
About 10 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Yep, I know.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
All right, later. All right, guys. What I'm gonna do is read the chat, and then after that, I'm gonna give you my perspective, and then I'm gonna attempt to have everybody come back on, and we all kind of talk, because we all kind of gave our general stance, and then we'll see if we could all have a combined talk. So let me see. Let me back up. My man Rune's in the building. I know he wanted to talk about this as well. Let me see. I'll go to Maker. Maker said, as a gun owner, I don't think they should be shooting as soon as cops see a gun in a holster. And Maker said, I know I don't want to be shot because I'm perceived as resisting or arguing with the cop. Rune said, only idiots thinks that's justified. He said, which checks out because Vet is the biggest idiot. Okay. We can't justify murder is what Ron Slusher said. Also put your ones up. Ron is in the building. Got to acknowledge him. My man Black Dragon, this is my guy from high school, man. Knew each other since we was, I don't want to say kids, but young adults. He said, it's insane that anyone can justify being murdered. Prior to him being murdered, his gun was removed from the holster. I guess people just gonna pretend that part of the video didn't exist. Maker said, I can see the car one, but this one was definitely not right. Ron said 5 on 1. Black Dragon said the lady was driving away. Her car was not moving in the direction of the murder. I guess we're going to pretend that part of the video or the view doesn't exist either. Rune said there's no excuse for Alex's death. And then Ron said she was driving away. She had no legal reason to be stopped by ICE. This is interesting. It's getting good. Vet said then he shouldn't have resisted arrest with a loaded gun with 2 extra fully loaded magazines. Neo said, I agree, murder. And then Vet said at Ron, she was there specifically to interfere in the ICE raids. She chose to drive there from Colorado. And Neo said, 50 Trey, I agree and understand. And then Ron said, I mean, you can shoot a tire, not a person in the head, right? And then Vet said, only liberals and libtards think that wasn't justified. Momma talking to room. All right, so here's my thoughts. I'll run the video back and let it play as I give my thoughts. I personally think F around and find out is real. I feel like you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I feel bad for any loss of life, good or bad. I don't want to say murder is going to be justified, but I will say that I'm very big on cause and effect. That's a big thing with me. So when we argue a lot in the Discord and stuff, I just sometimes wish people would say, let me just go back to 3rd grade. Even maybe it was earlier than that, but we use cause and effect. Let's just think how we got here and what happened next. I do believe that you can, it's within your right to, show up and partake in, what's the word I look for? Not petitioning, but like when people protest, right? You can protest. That's within your legal right. But I will say you're privy to the knowledge of the crazy things happen at protests, whether somebody, tear gas go in the crowd, somebody get shot, somebody get ran over, and it could be for either side. You could go there to be a good protester. You want to protest, let's not cut down trees, and somebody get ran over, and you happen to be there because something went crazy happened, right? On your side, somebody on your side might have threw something at the cops or the other people protesting. Somebody on the other side might have did whatever. So I'm going to say this. I think the lady you guys are talking about that drove from Colorado, listen, if she was going to protest, be a part of something, a movement, that's in her rights, but it's also cause and effect. If she never went to be there, she wouldn't have got shot. Now, let's back it up a little bit. I think it's not fair to say somebody shouldn't have been there. Somebody shouldn't have drove from Colorado, whatever. Again, I don't know the 100% details. I'm just pretty much taking my stance on cause and effect. We have the knowledge that cops kill people. We have the knowledge that ICE killed people. We have the knowledge that crazy stuff happens. And also, even let's say you're at a situation like this and you got nothing to do with it. Dude, if somebody's being detained, the best thing you could do is stay out of it, right? There's a video, I might play it later, but there was a woman who, I'll take this down now. I think I'll pull it up just to have a picture on the screen. But there's a woman who crashed her car, right? Because of the ice, snow. And the cop was giving her a ticket, right? I sent it to Neos. And I posted it in the chat. And the cop was giving her a ticket. She flipped out because she know her rights. She ended up going to jail for knowing her rights. I've always said this. I had a situation where I got pulled over and I was annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I kind of was talking a little bit back to the cop. But I didn't get crazy. You know what I did? I got pulled over in Maryland. I lived all the way in New Jersey. That's like a 3-hour difference. Guess what? I went to court. I drove all the way from New Jersey to Maryland for my court date. And guess what? The judge dropped it because the cop was in the wrong. I feel like people say they know their rights and I don't need to listen to you. Dude, you want to live or not? In the moment, you're hot-headed. But you got to remember, people have been shot for nothing. People have been murdered for nothing, right? And then there's some people who are aggravating the cops and make it heightened. Remember, police officers are human. So, Ron, to your point, you could have shot the tire. That's something in movies. Police aren't trained to shoot tires. They're trained to shoot
center mass. This is center mass. They're shooting to shoot you in here, the biggest target on the body. Unfortunately, the lady was in a car and a guy was standing up, and the level of the aim of the gun, it was to her face. So the thing is, there's nobody's RoboCop, and they're gonna be like, don't shoot for the head, shoot the tire, shoot them in the kneecap. That's not real. They don't shoot your legs to stop you from running. They shooting you in the back or in your chest. They shooting the biggest part of your body. So what I'm saying is, I don't think anybody's wrong for going to places to protest. Just know that crazy stuff does happen at protests. So I kind of have to, if I had to take a choice on who's right, who's wrong, it's a crazy situation. But I think if you were still home on your couch, you wouldn't be dead. But you do have the right to go there, right? Same thing as you have the right to drive your car down the street, and if your tail lights out and the cops pull you over, they have the right to get in your face and say, give me your stuff. Just give them your stuff. Be quiet. You know, my son, and I'm about to jump off and let everybody else come on. My son was mad at me because we had a conversation once. And he was like, you're one of those people that don't care about nobody's rights. I said, no. But I dress a certain way and I speak a certain way. So I'm not afraid of being pulled over by the cops, because I'm not the guy they trying to shoot. Because I'm not going back and forth, and I don't look the part either. Now, I know that's, my son got mad and said, so you saying that people can't wear what they want? I'm not saying people can't wear what they want. But if you're privy with the knowledge that people dressed a certain way is being thought of as bad people, that's all I'm saying, right? Now, when bank robbers start wearing suits and ties, and drug dealers stand on the corner fully dressed in suits and ties, then maybe it'll be different. But unfortunately, we perceive a certain style a certain way, and that's not right, but that's just the way it is. So if you have that knowledge, you should do something about it, which not trying to put yourself in that image. But that's just my point of view. Doesn't mean much. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the situation. I'm going to bring everybody back on. My man TPG, my man Neos, Yvette comes back on. And yeah. So, man, oh man.
Hey, we all try to be respectful here, right? We all just, we ain't going to sit here, call each other names or anything.
Yeah.
Can we all agree that maybe this situation just could have been handled a little bit better than how it was actually handled?
Yes, it most definitely could. Yeah. Like the second one, I will say that was a bit much. I just want to clear that up. That was a bit much for like one person. But then again, you know, I don't see, so as I told you before, Cowboy, I've seen a lot of body cam footage of a lot of effed up situations. Right. And it's like, man, I kind of get like the numbers game, because that could sometimes be something. But it's like, you know, I just want to say I don't justify no type of murder, but with the first lady, I don't know, man. That's just me. But I just think
that was a little bit more of a questionable situation, especially if I heard was true, where they were telling her to get out of the truck. It's like, listen, man, I'm not gonna sit here and say you because that whole situation was just fucked to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's like, no matter what, I think she should have just got out of the truck and be like, hey, what happens, happens.
Yeah, I agree. Just get out of the truck. I agree. I also think what people don't realize is people say like, oh, it's 5 people on one. That's how it goes. You ever see one car pulled over and it's like 5 police cars? That's a thing. Yep. Like they're supposed to outnumber you, because one-on-one cops get killed sometimes. That's why they wait for backup. And if this guy had real quick, Neil, if this guy did have a weapon, who's to say he didn't have another weapon? So you got one weapon. Like, go ahead.
This whole situation is different, because like, the fact that they took his gun and then shot him tells me
that is crazy.
They either saw the weapon prior to them taking it, because if you actually watch I don't know if you can find it, Cowboy, like they took it like almost, you know, the second they got him on the ground as they could, or got it exposed. So it's like, I think I'm just not okay with lethal force. I'm not okay with lethal force. I can understand, you know, some situations call for it. You know, these protests get high and heavy. You know, people get crazy. But I don't think you should have a lethal firearm on you. I'm sorry. I'm a person that says, if you're going to be law enforcement or, some kind of branch of that, murder should be the last option. I'm not saying, I understand, they get into these hostile situations, but if you hear these are protests, is it really necessary to be carrying
Yes, it is.
gun?
Unfortunately, we live in the United States. This isn't Europe where the average citizens aren't allowed to have guns besides farmers. Like, this is the United States. We have gang members that have more firearms than cops. So imagine you go to a protest. We're not going to bring weapons, and gang members are there with weapons. Come on, you TPG. You unfortunately, yes. In the United States, cops need to be armed. We got situations. Remember years ago where the guy in the hotel aimed out the hotel with an automatic weapon, and he had it modified so it could continually shoot.
Oh yeah, in Vegas. That was Vegas, right?
Vegas.
Yeah.
My man, when they finally got in there, there was so much ammunition. Unfortunately, in the United States,
I guess I misspoke there, but it's like, from what I know about how police officers are trained, is they're trained to non-lethal first. Non-lethal is the preferred option, then lethal. Unless the situation calls for it. Unless you're dealing with actual suspect who's, waving a gun.
But I also want to say this real quick, because sometimes I've seen officers get into some stuff where it looked like it wasn't gonna go there, but it just go there out of nowhere. You just really never know.
Did you really? So what's the cop supposed to do if someone's driving a car directly at him? Just put their hand up and say, "Stop! Don't hit me, please." No, that 100% calls for using deadly force.
When it comes to that situation, I agree. She should have just got out of the damn car and just
knew it, but she knew what that lady knew exactly 110%. She said that there was documentation, video footage of her planning this ahead of time, leading up to driving up there.
Let me say this. I'll say this, Vet. The cop had a choice. He could have shot or not shot. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know the feelings. I know they said that cop got somebody tried to run him over before and he got dragged. So I think that plays a part. She should have listen. I say you just get out the car, but I don't necessarily know myself. Hold up real quick. I don't necessarily know myself if I would have shot when she tried to drive away. Maybe if I was further back and I felt, because when I seen the video, it looked like he was kind of on the side. So at the most, she kind of bumped him a little bit to the side. I think if you was dead in front of me and you drove straight forward, I'm shooting, right?
It was not a bump. That's the problem.
Okay.
That was not what happened. Like, it made it to our vision. Yeah, it looks like that. But you got to realize that when you see what the injuries that he incurred were, that was not just a love tap or a bump. There's ample footage, just like this guy. Like, I'm sorry, you know what's going to happen when you have a gun, a loaded gun, and then you have two loaded magazines, and they yell gun. We all know what happens when a cop yells gun. You kind of know it's happened before. It's not like this is the first.
Well, let me ask you this.
Cop yelled gun, and
let me ask you this. So, if he had a loaded gun, two magazines, they took the gun from him. Why do you think he got shot?
They took the gun after he was trying to pull it out. There's footage.
No. I'm asking you. I'm asking you to walk it through with me. The guy you're right. The guy has a gun. He got two magazines. They detain him. Grab him. Hold on. No. Let me finish.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
So they grab him. They put him down. They take the gun from him. I'm asking you at that point, why does he get shot?
They didn't just take the gun and then shoot him. They took the gun as he was reaching for it. That's justified shooting. Are you supposed to wait and see? Are you supposed to so the cop? What you're saying, and you're laughing about this, but what you're saying, if you were the cop, you're just going to wait and see if he grabs the gun and doesn't do anything, or he's just going to hand it over. Are you going to risk it?
Did you just hear what you said, though?
Hold on, wait. You're not going off of what I said, though. I said, because I'm asking you. I don't know. You might know more. You know more than me. I'm asking you. Hold on, wait. I asked you and you answered my question, though. I said, because I'm asking you. So what happened was, right, he had a gun. He had two magazines. They took the gun from him, took it. He's no longer in his possession, and then he got shot. Is that what happened?
Okay. No, that's what you're saying happened.
No,
That
I'm
is
asking
what-
you. I'm asking
no,
you. I'm
that
asking
is
you.
not.
You
I
tell
just
me.
told you that is not what happened.
Okay.
That's
So
why
what
I said
happened?
this was justified. I just told you. I don't know up until they got up there. There's varying reports of why the woman was pushed and all of this other stuff. There was evidence that says that he was trying to assault someone. The lady got involved in it when she should have just buttered her way out.
I'm just talking about the time frame of him being
leading
shot.
up to the shooting. He had a gun, a loaded gun. Doesn't matter. I get he had the permit. We're not going to talk about that part. He had 2 fully loaded additional magazines with him. He was reaching for his gun, and that's when one of the officers yelled gun, and they opened fire. That was why. Does not matter.
I thought, because I thought someone said they took the gun from, like, he no longer had the gun.
They did. There is direct footage that shows after that when they had his back exposed, they saw the gun, took it, and then he got shot.
Well, more reports came in after that, finding out that whatever they initially took was not.
I'm telling you exactly what the footage showed. Not this angle, but it was a closer angle. And guess what? Can you
get that? Can you see if you could get that? Does anybody has that video? That would help out. Let me read a little bit of the chat real quick. Cubini's in the building. My guy Cubini said her girl said drive baby drive. He got hit and bounced off the hood while firing. Okay. And then Cubini said there is a footage of him getting hit. If you guys can find the footage, let me know. I think the problem with the first one is he was out of the way of danger and still firing. But Cubini just said he got hit. Let me see. Ron said the victim was shot in the back multiple times, executioner style. Again, no way to justify it. But Vet said he was pulling out his gun. Cubini said the victim that's inaccurate. Let me see. FCAT's in the building, so High Guard needs ice. And Ron said he was shot after being unarmed. And then Black Dragon said, what video is he watching? They took the gun and then shot him. He is trolling, like, seriously. And then Maker said there is footage that the gun was taken before firing. And then Ron said TPG is exactly right. He was shot clearly unarmed. So I don't know. Me personally, I asked you guys the other day when we was watching this, I was like, who even shot who? Because I can't really tell not who shot who, but I can't even see who pulled the trigger in this footage. And I rewind it. I had Rune, he was trying to circle it and show me. So my thing is, I can't really, this is just from a little far back. I can't tell that they took his gun. I can't tell. So if anybody got better footage, like, I'll play it one more time.
The only time I'm looking for it right now.
Like look at this real quick. So he got pulled down. Oh, well, this was a bad one. Hold up.
Yeah, that's just like after the shot.
All right, so they grabbed him. The shot's about to happen.
So for the record, the angle I saw where they took the gun, the only one I've seen so far, is like right around. I don't know if you can see it, but see, like, that person to the left. To the right. The person from the right.
Okay.
At the far, that person is holding a camera, and I'm trying to find the footage from that person, because that's the one that shows that there's a gun in an ICE agent's hand, and it's we clearly see it's removed.
Well, maybe that video you seen was AI and you can't find it now because it was made up.
I don't know. CNN had it, but they just weren't showing it like frame by frame.
Right.
So CNN had it, yeah, because that's totally reliable.
Cubini said he reached for his holster. Hold up. Cubini said he reached for his holster after the gun was taken. The cop said gun, and they shot him. That's what it seems like. Okay, I got it. So, I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of people with two different sides. But again, none of us was there. We only know what we are seeing and hearing. So, but this is an interesting story. I don't know. It's deep. But I commend you guys. You guys are doing a great job. It's not all crazy and over the wall.
That's because, hey, out of respect for you and your channel and our friendship, that's the only reason I'm holding back.
I appreciate it.
I could have tore into this and dragged in way more political stuff with the whole ICE and the pro ICE, anti ICE, and and all that stuff. But I'm choosing not to, because I don't want to see your channel get canned because of my dumb ass. Let's see.
Well, I appreciate
Let's be real.
He said Penguin Zero breaks it down clearly on his channel.
Well, hey, hold up. I'm just gonna counter Ron. Look, Ron, I love you, brother, but I was told by Batman that Penguin Zero is in Arkham Asylum still. So I think that's fake news.
Ron, if you got a video, send it to me, man. Put it in the Discord. I'll play it.
It's probably doctored by. I mean, I heard the Joker's already out.
Okay,
you know,
okay, man. Okay, you know what? I gotta stop you here with all this. You know, oh, this is doctored. This is changed, motherfucker. How are you doctored footage that looks this fucking real?
You do know there's plenty of video editing software out
You know,
there that you can cut the
love
shit.
you. I love you, Trump supporting. You know, people sitting there going, "Oh, this is doctored. This is changed. This is altered to make us look bad." It's like,
AI got pretty good though.
Everything with you,
bro, it's not hard.
Everything with you, motherfuckers, is a goddamn conspiracy.
Hey.
By the way, I love this. Is all by the way a diversion. By the way, it's still a fucked up situation. I hate it. But
It's a diversion for what? For what?
The fucking Epstein files, which your boy is in. We know he's in them.
Right back to the same nonsense. So, what's your thoughts then on the anti-ICE rioters that are chanting Kristi Noem will hang in New York City right now after they overtook one of the hotels recently?
People believe when they say what they want to say. That's part of being an American.
Okay, so it's okay for them to say Kristi Noem will hang, but when
Jeez, vet.
Hold on.
Hey, let him finish, man. Let him finish. TBG, let him finish, man. Let him finish.
So I'm asking you a legit question. So when anti-ICE rioters say you're saying it's okay for them because it's their right as an American to say Kristi Noem's going to hang when after they've already infiltrated, it took over a hotel, but it's not okay for Republicans to say hang Mike Pence, right? Because that's what the Democrats told us that was bad.
No, brother, it's fucked up no matter what. But you know, I'm so glad you brought that up because yet again, you fuckers did this. You said the same
allegedly,
shit,
allegedly.
But when the left does it, that makes it bad. Now this is when it's a problem.
Well, yeah, because most of the rioters,
not the right, the left.
You do know that most of the rioters are paid by the left, right?
The rioters were paid. Wow. Were they paid with those 20K bonuses that ICE gets? Meanwhile, your kids are on the fucking, starving. Oh,
what 20K? So you're upset
that those 20K bonuses that people get for signing with ICE, man,
for working for the government. How is that any different than getting a sign-on bonus for enlisting in the U.S. military? Same thing. It's working for the government.
Except the military actually, serves a real purpose instead of kicking out brown people.
Who kicking out who? Oh, you mean the Somalians that are in here illegally and stealing taxpayer funds in Minnesota? Right. Gotcha. Makes sense. How's that daycare? How's those daycare centers doing in Minnesota currently?
They're doing great, man. They're doing great.
Yeah, I know. It should be doing great since they're all empty.
Hey, man. Kids, they still get those fucking money. They still get that money.
Yeah, illegally. I get it. It's totally understandable.
Hey, man, don't be mad at people who know how to play the game, know how to trick the system.
That's my point taken. There you go. I got no more, Anthony. I'm not even gonna. There's nothing more to say. The fact that
for the first time ever, TPG's left that voiceless.
I'm gonna go play PlayStation. Ghetto ash. I'm gonna go troll some Windows fans.
Hey, man, no, I'm just joking around. Come on, man. Well, come on, let's not.
Regardless, let me know how it's gonna be. How New York City's gonna do now that their grocery delivery apps are required to pay workers $21.44 an hour, not including tips.
I mean,
let's see how long DoorDash lasts in New York City before that. Before that service gets shut down.
Well, you see, like what their the actual plan is that they actually want to have like a government-owned grocery store, so that way
to rely on the government for everything. Yes, I know. I get it. That's the Democratic philosophy.
Hey, man, the government's here for a reason, right? They're the people in charge. So you know what?
No, that wasn't how it was originally set up. That's not how the founding fathers originally created the government.
Times
don't change. Just
yes, they do.
No, I understand that.
When you think the founding fathers made our fucking constitution, they imagine we have the weapons we have now.
No, but they damn sure imagined what would happen if the government got too big for its britches. Relying on the government 100% for everything is not the end all answer. That does not do anything, and that was what the founding fathers did not want to happen. Yet that is clearly what the Democrats of today want to happen. That's what the establishment wants to happen. I don't. When did it become okay for everyone to want to just rely on the government for everything? If you wanted that, you should have gone to communist Russia. I mean, not Russia, the Soviet Union or the USSR. Then you could.
I'm just saying, man. If they're the people in charge, why shouldn't they be, helping out the communities like that?
Because you allow them to allowing them to start by helping out. It starts from that, and then they go into, you're going to allow them to have a government-backed grocery store. Then it's government-owned banking. Then it goes one step after the other. Then it becomes government-owned television. You've seen, and I'm not trying to compare it to North Korea, but I'm legit saying that once you allow the government to get into that way,
Cowboy,
it just escalates.
We've gone off rail here.
No, it's cool. I mean, listen, I want to put you guys on together. You love birds, need a room. But so just in, we got some new video footage. My man Cubini, I appreciate you.
Hey, for the record, nothing but love for Vet. Nothing but love for Vet over here, man. I got nothing but love for him.
On the panel, I agree. Same thing. I can't say the same for the chat. I'm probably going to be canceled by morning, but it is what it is. It's YouTube.
Hey man, you can't be canceled if you're under 1,000 subscribers.
So listen,
Maker, because that's what the government tells you.
I'm trying to show you guys. We got another video. Just
okay.
I see a tree. I see a tree.
All right.
I see snow.
This is a video of the woman who drove the car. All right.
I can't see anything. All I see is
trees. I didn't press play yet, bro. Can I press play?
Hold on. I see something. I see dead people.
So
too soon? Too soon?
Hello.
Okay. Oh. So slowed it down.
Whoa. Is this like a sex video? Why is there
it's slow mo.
Never mind.
So it did push him.
It did.
That looked like it pushed, but that is
no, but hold on. Can I say something? I think the thing is we're taking it out of context, right? So as a regular person, if my daughter was driving, I was pissed off at her and she drove and it just bumped into me, I'd have been like, all right, it barely hit me. But for a police officer and you drive into him, that's different than you let it slide. But anyway, here, let's play it. And again. So he's standing there. This is a good video though, so I'm glad somebody actually produced that. He steps to the side a little bit. He drives straight. It does hit him.
What did she expect was going to happen? He put his hand up. You can clearly see that he puts his hand up, telling her to stop, and she continues driving. Guess what?
So as another perspective, we can see the woman was never a threat to the ICE agents. Few of them just drove past there.
Yet this
agent needed to stop and point his gun at her before murdering her. The slow-mo video, we can see he leaned onto the side of the car and had plenty of room. So
once again, I'm not disregarding the video. What I am disregarding is the statement by Ali. That's their opinion. That is written as an opinion from what you're watching on the video, not in real time. You can assume that he may have had plenty of time. That's in slow motion. Yeah, maybe in slow motion he could have slow motioned like Ace Ventura and run out of the way.
Yeah.
But in real time, it doesn't work like that. He had every right to pull out that gun and put her down. 100%.
So here's another one. I'm trying to read what this one is for. Cubini put in another one, so give me a moment.
It's probably something Microsoft related just to get under my skin.
Check this out.
$1 for your socks?
I mean, if you want, but usually my dirty socks go for a lot more on onlysocks.com.
Oh, it's his body cam.
Yeah, watch this one.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some
literally egging.
Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
There's the request.
Get out of the car.
Oh! Yep.
Yep.
She said drive. Yeah. She said
No,
it.
you can't. That wasn't a hit. That was just a love tap. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
That was straight up got what she deserved.
Yeah.
She got exactly what she deserved.
I ain't talking about
All she had to do is, as soon as he said get out of the car, all she had to do was get out of the car.
Yeah, that's
How
wild.
hard is it?
Yeah.
And instead,
that-
now she's 6 feet under. Where she?
Hey, all right. Hey,
Look around,
hey,
find
hey,
out.
Hey, bro.
Come on, bro.
You ain't gotta
doing
say all
something
that,
else
bro.
now.
For real.
But I will
What?
say, freaking Maker actually brought up something that's interesting. If we
Okay.
want to talk about rights, why
Nigga,
can't we?
that was a body cam.
Can't,
It was not-
Oh, just let him read it, man.
why can't ICE pull over and with no problem pull people over with no probable cause or break into houses without a warrant? Now that actually is something that's been we've found out. So apparently,
Okay.
ICE they've been going to people's houses without a search warrant. Now, if you guys don't know,
Allegedly.
well, here's the thing: the leaked internal memo says that they don't need a warrant because they have it's like some other kind of BS. But if you guys actually don't know this, and it's not one of the big two popular amendments, but I'll talk about this.
I just want to take a real quick time out, real quick for a second. I just want to say everybody on this panel knows that I like to troll Cubini, but for apparently unknown reasons beknownst to me, everything he's putting in chat, I agree with. So something's wrong. I think I'm sick. I'm gonna have to go to the doctor tomorrow.
Well, murder brought them aliens with them. I mean, you know.
So if you guys aren't familiar, the Fourth Amendment allows basically if they want to search your house, they have to have a warrant signed by a judge. Now, that's a pretty big deal. And now some people are starting to get worried that ICE, maybe they start breaking into people's houses if they don't, think they need a warrant all of a sudden.
Well, I know Philadelphia.
That's like kidnapping. Is that along the same BS lines that they're kidnapping 5-year-olds?
Let's be fair. If they're okay, if ICE is okay to start murdering people, what's stopping them from deciding they just want to break into people's houses?
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
Hold on.
No consequence.
Time out. I got to pay my respects to Stadia because that's what this ICE stuff is. I knew it was a diversion by Anthony to get us to divert away from the anniversary of Stadia shutting down. Keep it real, Stadia. Thanks, Ron, for letting me know.
Today,
I knew there was only one to acknowledge.
Wait, Stadia shut down January 18th.
Shut up. It's fake news.
I'm like, hold up. I think I'm like, wait a minute. What's today like?
Shut your mouth. It's fake news. Wait a minute, Ron. You're diverting the whole damn thing.
I'm like, wait. And the announcement of Stadia shutting down was September 29th. Like, I got this stuff.
That's
tomorrow. You know who called that out? This guy right here. The same guy right here. Don't let Maker be trying to troll nobody.
For me, FCAT was the one that brought it up. But anyway, so guys, so what do you? We definitely brought up a bunch of stuff. It's not about us being here and we get into these big long arguments. I think I think it was a good job. We brought this up. Some people might have thought it was going to be fire and brimstone. You guys got anything else you want to talk about this?
No. Godspeed to the agents though that are going to have to restore order in New York City at the hotel that was just overtaken. And Godspeed to anybody that uses Windows because Windows 11 is continuing to. Well, Microsoft is continuing to FAFO on Windows 11.
There's never one moment where you can stay on track, huh?
Nope. That's the beauty of having ADHD.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right,
and
so
avoiding difficult tasks.
Let's move past this. So I am going to you guys was putting a million things over the weekend inside the Keeping It Real chat. So we're not getting to all of it, but let's bring up a conversation.
I just want to say that I was not a part of any of the combo over the weekend because I have better things to do, like play PlayStation 5 games in the cloud on my Steam Deck, Steam OS machine.
Fair enough. So let's bring up a topic. Neos could actually bring this up, or at least talk about it. I only thought about it because it was so relevant. So we were having a conversation.
Oh my God, bro.
Sorry. Hey, it's been a hot minute since I brought that up. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cowboy.
We were having a conversation on last Tuesday's show at 5:30, right? And I always said PCs were superior to consoles. I've always said, PCs could do stuff consoles can't. You could get higher frames, you could get better visuals. I'll never say that's not true. I just said for all of that, there's stuff you go through. And I said on the other end, I'm just simple. When you call me stupid, whatever, I just like it simple. Call me stupid. It doesn't matter. I'll take it because I'm not wanting to learn to do stuff on PC. I'm being ignorant because as long as consoles are around, I just want to be able to press play. So I said the opposite of being able to have better graphics.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Better graphics, better frames, being able to mod. There's so many benefits to PC. Being able to get games cheaper. There's so many different avenues to buy games, to be able to get games. I mean, it's amazing, right? For me, I guess just my guilty pleasure is just the simplicity. I'm just going to put a game in, whether I download it, put in a disc, whether I got to update, whether I decide to put it on 30 frames to 60. And now if I put in 30, I get 4K. If I put in 60, I got to drop it down to 1080, whatever. Whatever the losses are on console, I just choose console for me for the simplicity of that. It's not many things that could go wrong. So I would openly choose to not have the better stuff. I'll be the first to say, dude, well, all what you're getting on PC is better. Now, again, that's a perspective. Somebody might say, Cowboy, you can't tell me it's better. That's fine. I'm just saying that I would say that stuff is cool as a gamer, but I'm being ignorant. I don't want to learn it. So when I said all that, we had this whole, topic, whatever. And then later on that night, and not to bring Neos up, but he said he didn't mind bringing it up. Neos was going to do his Sonic stream, and he did have a bunch of issues. Now, it could be a variable of things, but I think that's what annoyed Neos because he couldn't figure out what it was. And I think the thing with PC, what makes it so great is a double-edged sword because you could do absolutely damn near anything you want with a PC. We was joking, putting Homer Simpson in the game. You can do it, but there is a lot of things to do, a lot of boxes to check, a lot of stuff to make sure, like Dodgeman was saying, you might put in a older game and your PC is newer. I'm dumb. I just thought, like, if you would have said, bro, I gotta buy this old game, my PC is new, I'd have been like, so if your PC is strong enough to run a new game, I didn't know that. No, that doesn't mean anything. The old game might interfere with because it's so much older and it might turn things off. So anyway, long story short, I'm just bringing it up because we were literally the same day because some people got on me and I was just like, bro, like all I'm saying is I would choose this over this. And and that's just me. I don't know why people feel like you're wrong because I like this and you don't like this. It's like, no, it's fine. You could totally love that. I think that is amazing. And one day I might be using that. Like when I have no choice, bro, here I come, But anyway, so Neos ended up having a bunch of issues, and I'm a content creator too, and I'll leave it there. When WWE servers and TPG was there for this, dude, it used to take us hours to play because these servers were so bad. They had a weird glitch where if I was in the chat in the lobby, and it was 4 other people, and TPT jump in, then I would disappear. Like I'm still in the lobby, but people couldn't see me. And if we press start, that meant it was going to keep loading, and it just wouldn't start. And the only way to get it to start is somebody had to close the game out and come back in. A lot of the times it ended up being me. And I'm the content creator. So that means I had to close my game, and that means I had to close my stream. And they would be mad at me. Cowboy, bro, just close the game. Bro, and Neos, understand this. I don't want to have 30 parts to one stream. Bro, it was so frustrating. At times I'm like, bro, I don't even want to stream anymore. But for the love of what we do, I still stream. So I know your frustration when you was like, man, let me just come back. And we're all sitting there waiting, and we're like, well, do we play without him? But he's the guy streaming. So anyway, I just want, I know you did say, again, he's not bashing PC. I don't want the PC console players to be like, ha ha. That's not a win. Because you still can't do so many things PC can do, and that's the God's the honest. But go ahead, Neos. And also, I think if you could bring up your newfound look at it when you were saying about the future. So I'll let you take it away, man.
Yeah, man. Like with everything, is my mic okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Fine.
Okay, cool. Because sometimes I don't know if this goddamn might be working. But yeah, man. Like when I was having those issues and stuff, that kind of brung me down. Because like, oh wait, it's a lot of people, popping in on the stream. Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, imagine if my channel was at a certain place, I would have lost out on some stuff. I'd been like, whoa, probably some new viewers that don't know how to find that channel again. And it's like, at least me, I can be honest about stuff. PC ain't perfect. That's like when I speak about emulation and stuff and all that. That ain't perfect either. But it's a cool thing, you know what I'm saying? And with all these issues and stuff, and my understanding of PC, as I said in a voice message in the Discord, like when people talking about, well, this is the future. Like that was my biggest issue with well, it's not really an issue, but that was like one of my biggest disagreements with Vet and everyone else, because I'm like, you guys are talking about cloud gaming, but let's be honest, who wants to buy a game and then wants to be locked behind a subscription? Like, you're locking yourself behind a subscription, because without that subscription, you cannot play your games. Just keeping it real. Boostroid, GFN, Shadow PC, you still need to pay a subscription.
So let me say one thing, Niels. You know why we love Stadia so much?
Yeah.
Bro, Stadia had a subscription, and it was regular. Stadia was the only one that said, I think Xbox is kind of getting there. Stadia from the door was you could buy a game, and it was, and you didn't have to pay to play online. So imagine this, like you said, you got to have a subscription. Like GFN, you still got to pay for the subscription, right? They do got the free tier, but it's very limited. Yo, Stadia was you could buy your game straight up and play it, and you didn't need a subscription. That's why I was like all in on Stadia, because it literally was like a console in the cloud. It was like, dude, it was, you just buy a game and you could play forever. You ain't have to buy nothing else, and it didn't cost you. But go ahead,
and I think like with stuff like that, if cloud was like that, then I'll be all for it. I'd be like, oh shit, man, this is dope.
Because you're not losing anything.
Right.
It's like it's a win-win.
Right. And like with me using Boostroid, I know next month I said I would buy GFN because I just found out the free tier was trash. Basically, they set it up to where like, oh, we're gonna make this trash, so now you have to buy the real stuff so it could work. I looked into it, I was like, oh, that's why it was. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's whack as But like I said before, I was thinking about how selfish it was of me when I was saying, oh, well, PC is the future, right? You're throwing your own shit on the other people, and I don't like that. And I had to think about that, right? Because it's like, people was saying like, oh, well, this is the future. I'd rather a person be like, okay, this is the future for you, because with PC is like, everybody don't understand about CPUs and GPUs. Right. Now everybody knows, well, would this be the perfect motherboard? Would this be like the decent RAM? Like, these are questions that people will ask and they don't know. But regardless of your age, because I know this was talked about last week, like people saying, well, I'm this age, I'm that age. I see plenty of people that's getting like into coding at a certain age, bro. Your age ain't got nothing to do with it. I just rather you say, hey man, I'm silly. I don't know nothing.
Right. You're right,
and
because
you can learn.
I'll put me out there. I try to use my age to get away with some things, but nah, you're right. It's some grandmas that could do some things I can't do. So
yep, that's why I was like, age is an excuse. So it's like, it's either you want to learn or you don't want to learn, and I respect both parties. It's like that wants to learn and what doesn't want to learn. So my whole thing is this: when people say something is the future, I'd rather you just say it's the future for you and not put that on to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone believes console is still going to be thrive, I want console to thrive. I don't want console to go nowhere. I still want Xbox here, Nintendo here, PlayStation here. And, like I said, like I was telling Dude Games, like, bro, people still going to buy their hardware, bro. This cloud stuff is cool, But if you ain't got decent internet, bro, it's inconsistent. You got to have fiber, bro. Like, I don't know how things will work on 5G or whatever. I had 5G. I would say thanks to you, Cowboy, I probably would have still, if it wasn't for you, I probably would still be on this trash internet. But I'm on newer internet and stuff works. You know, cloud is working. You know, I don't get lags. Like, everything is good. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody can afford that type of internet. And it's not everywhere too, you know? So it's like, it's all about what people want out of something, man. And, you know, I just say this, if you want a PC, to anybody wants a PC or whatever, just do your research and, you know, go on from there, man. Like, just, you know, take your time or whatever. And if you still want to be on console, I would advise you still be on console, bro. Console's not bad. PlayStation's still the best console, in my opinion. Don't come from me, Xbox bros or Nintendo sisters or bros, whoever. I'm just saying, I might be on PC, but don't get it twisted, bro. I'm still a PlayStation dude through and through. So
he said it, not me. I don't want y'all. He said it, not me. And Neos, don't say no when Sister Hayes come for you. So
I know, but you know, I gotta keep it a buck. PlayStation's still top dog, bro. So let's not even do it.
And I'm looking at the chat. Cubini, we know you're here. I pulled you on, but this thing is weird. I was saying it earlier. You were muted, but we still hear you. I clearly seen you had it muted, but we can still hear you. So I pulled you off. So let me know when you're ready. Seb, we are playing Sonic, but remember, we play Sonic around 9 o'clock. So we definitely are playing. And Seb said he got 2 new builds. That's what's up. I did tell the people too, Neos. I did steal your build. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, Neos was running me down on a one-on-one. I'm like, bro, why? What? And I'm trying something different. Neos just casually beat me again. And I started to actually catch up and start to win when I used his thing. Then I modified it to my own thing. So thank you for that, Neo. Sorry that I was a thief about it.
No, you good. I think it's a good thing to try different stuff. I've been trying to try some of the air trick stuff to get faster and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time tonight. We're gonna have a good time. Then we're gonna load up the Arc Raiders, have a good time, man. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me read this real quick. Ron said Netflix is a subscription. Okay. He said PS Plus is a subscription.
That's true.
Seb said we not playing Sonic today, and we just said we are. Seb said PC is the future because no console or PC exists without those parts, and that's silicon. Okay, I guess. He said the disagreement is what the better format is for it. It's the same part. Do you want more freedom or simplicity? That's your personal choice when it comes to console versus PC. That is 1,000%. And I do still want to say, I want to say this live too. Neos, still what you said, I think is the best thing I heard in 2026. For you to be diehard PC and you to be so young and know so much and have a damn good PC and still have a console and say like, dude, the future is on you. Like that, I think that's so fair to just tell people like, look, don't go around and say cloud is the future, PC is the future, console is the future. Dude, it might be your future because that's your preference. But and people change their mind too. I don't care. Ask anybody in this community that was around 5 years ago. They'll be, if you mention cloud, people are like, oh, we know this Cowboy dude. He was pushing Stadia so hard, bro. I don't even want nothing to do with cloud. You can change your mind. And I'm not saying cloud is bad. I'm just saying that my preference changed. And that's all I'm saying. Yeah. So, Niels, you are, dude, best thing I heard in 2026 until somebody tell me something better. I could wear a t-shirt and it has said by Niels because that's 1,000% fair, man. You can't get any fairer than that. So I appreciate you for, saying that out loud and taking that stance. And this doesn't mean, oh, he hates PC and oh, he loves console and this and no. He's just simply saying, bro, the future is what you want it to be. And that's it.
Yep, that's right. Because none of us know anything about what is going to happen. Like, dude, like everything is up in the sky. Like, oh, everybody was dooming and glooming about PC hardware. It's like, bro, PC has always been expensive, dog. Ain't nothing cheap about buying a PC. Even before the 4090 and 3090 was a thing. Buying a 2080 and 1080 was still pretty high. I mean, like, you're spending almost $1,000, bro. And I just thought I would just put that out there. I just felt like when I was doing all that, and saying, "Oh, PC is the future," that's kind of selfish, bro. When you really take some steps back and think about it, bro. Like, you can't just throw your shit on the other people. Like, no, it's the future for you. You don't know what holds for me, bro. So please do not speak up for thousands of people. Like, that's just me.
Yeah, I used to get into these debates, and my thing was, dude, I never want to push what I like on other people, right? I want to debate it on why I like it, but dude, you don't never have to try anything I'm doing. Like, and people would even Cubini and them just yesterday. So we were not in a mean way, Cubini, but you guys was getting on me because I said in the Discord, I was like, what game was it? I was like, what game was it? I was like, it was a game that they end up the Friday 13th. I said the Friday 13th, man, I was such a big fan, and I made the statement that I seen people modding, they was adding the content. So this is how much of a fan I was. They were supposed to get DLC that year on September 4th. I never forgot it was September 4th. And the DLC was going to be Jason X, which he got half metallic. And they was gonna have the stage was gonna be the ship in the future. Like, they was gonna add all this other Jasons, and then the lawsuit happened that summer, and they couldn't do anything, right? So years later, I seen they had people was modding. They was adding they was adding they found a way to add all the I don't know how they did it, but they had maybe they created themselves, whatever. But they had literally Jason X and everything. I was like, that was so cool. So I was saying that. Man, if I had a PC, and I literally wrote, I said, if, right, then, because I didn't get my PC to 2020, that was 2018. But then the game was dead. Like, they stopped making content. I'm a move on guy. Like, I'm not gonna keep playing the same game over and over. That's why even Jarrett Man was like, "Oh, you buying the big bundle for Resident Evil?" I was like, I don't want to say this. Resident Evil, my favorite platform. I was gonna GameFly. Because to be honest with you, I always beat Resident Evil. I'm done. So if we back up, so Cubini and them, they was like, "See, this why you got a PC." Is like, my thing is this: why everybody always push what they like on people? I don't be like, dude, this is why you need a console. I just might say this is why I like it. But I feel like, Neos, what you said was so fair. I don't want to tell you this is why you should get this. I can tell you this is why I have it. And if it piques your interest, you be like, hold on, Neos, how'd you do that? I'm like, oh, I was playing on my PC. Like, wait, you can do that on PC? Like, yeah, you can do that on PC. You can do other stuff. If it piques your interest, then I could, if you want to know more, I could give you all these other pros and cons. But I don't want to be the guy like, bro, this is why you need to have it. Like, that's not me.
And I think that's one of the biggest problems with a lot of people that come to PC or that is in the PC space. There's a lot of inconsistency with a lot of PC creators. They talk about this, that, they talk about AMD, they talk about NVIDIA, Intel. It's like, there's even people that have buyer's remorse. Like, I see people that be like, well, I bought a 5080, shouldn't I have got the 5070 Ti? Bro, if you already have the 5080, disenjoy it, bro. Don't have no buyer's remorse. Even if you got a 5090, right? I'm just the type of person, if you buy that, if you're willing to spend that type of money, make it worth it. That's just all I'll say. Just make it worth it. And don't be out here lying to people, telling me, well, my PC don't have problems. No, PC has problems. Let's keep it a buck. Your PC will say fuck you at some point.
And you won't even see it coming, right?
Yep, you won't even see it coming. You be going in your task manager, be like, what the hell is going on? Like, and what happened? That's what happened to me on Tuesday. And I had other problems before. Like, I shared that picture about my CPU. Like that CPU was spiking up. And I was idle. I was like, whoa, that's kind of bad.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Yeah, you showed the pictures of the graphs.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Hey, Neil. No CPU ever should do that, bro. That's crazy. Why idle?
I think part of it, too, is with PC when you have problems, especially if you're always on it, you're kind of like, okay, well, then I'll troubleshoot it and fix it. Like some people have a PC and they're like, oh, my God, this is broke. I'm stressed out. Other guys take it as a challenge. Hey, let's see what we can do.
That's what I did, too. During my whole PC journey, when I bought my pre-built, I took everything as a challenge. I took everything as trial and error, right? Like, I learned not to mix RAM. What did my dumb ass do? Mix RAM. I learned. Now I know not to do that. What I do with graphics cards, like I had to uninstall certain stuff to make certain stuff work because I was like, oh shit, let me just try to figure this out real quick, because sometimes I will have to take a couple steps back. And sometimes I will take a break on something. I'll be like, all right, man, I'll come back to this later and see if I can fix it.
I think what you're saying does make sense. If you deal with something all the time, it might seem like a bit. If you told somebody something, like let's say something crazy happened with me, right? And or my car. A lot of you guys didn't know. I drove over something in my new car I had for less than a month, and the front of it got smashed up. But I was waiting to put that in my video, so I'm gonna show the pictures. You're gonna be like, "Damn!" But you know, it's something I want to literally put live in the video. But so if I told some people, they might be like, "Bro, how you taking this so easy?" Like Shubini saying, like, "Well, it's my car, it's mine anyway. I already got it. I got to deal with it, right?" But if on the outside looking in, to you is bigger. It's bigger. The only thing I would say, Cubini, reason why it was a big deal for Neo's, because he is a content creator, and it happened at the worst time. He had that was probably the most people playing that day. And you are right. What's his name? Rouster's son, Scotty. He when the thing broke and we all got kicked out, he couldn't find the stream because his dad went to bed. He don't know, you know what I mean? So we did lose people because of that. So that did heighten it. So I definitely know you didn't even care at that point. You're like, bro, I don't even care. Like it did mess up your mood because it was at the worst time. You know what I mean? So
my whole competition, everything just went out the window. So I'm like, bro, I know you was trying to hype me back up.
I was trying, but I knew you were gone, bro. You was even when Purple was winning, you was like, whatever. I was like, damn, the old Neos would be like, oh no, next match. You was like, hey, bro. I was like, man,
I mean, you remember when I told you my 3060 died, and I was like,
I remember that.
I'm so miserable. I calmed down. I took a breath. I re-thermal pasted the CPU. I tried it a couple more times, and she's fine. But I didn't.
Trial and error.
I shouldn't have freaked out because I can't afford another one, you know. But yeah, she's fine now. The thermal paste was super dry, so I don't know what happened, but.
Yeah, that's the thing I learned too. Over time, you do have to repaste your CPU too.
Yep.
And you know,
I'd say
sometimes you want
once a year to be safe.
Yep, and then you want to make sure that you back up Windows sometimes. Like I heard to like give Windows like a refresh or something like that. I heard about that too.
Cowboy, you heard about the older PS5s having the liquid metal problem now.
Yeah, no. So I remember the first guy that had that shop said that. And then he had to make a video because Sony said, whoa, that's not true. So he had to actually back up and say that wasn't the case. So, but I heard people saying that it is a thing. So I don't, you know.
Yeah, that's what I heard. As they're getting older now, it's starting to show itself a little bit more.
Hey, it might be, man.
So I don't know if the thing's going to last 10 years.
Put that thing flat. That's what I heard. Just put it flat. Don't put it standing up.
We're at the mercy of these companies making good products, right? Whether it's and I think that's the benefit of a console. Maybe it has less moving parts. Maybe it's just way more simple than a PC. Whereas PC, you could literally from the same manufacturer buy one thing and go to a bunch of different manufacturers and buy different things and put it together, and that becomes what's called a PC. Where a console, you know, if it breaks, you got to send the whole thing back to Sony, and I guess they got to fix it, or you take it to some shop or something, you know, but everything in that one little box came from one same place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you crack open an original Xbox, like the OG Xbox, it's literally a PC inside. It's got a PC disk drive. It's got a motherboard. It's like literally just a computer. Yeah. The problem is they don't let us go in there and replace stuff. That's the problem.
Right.
If you get a console where you can go in and swap shit out, then.
Yeah, remember phones used to, and I blame iPhone for this, bro, you used to be able to take the back of your case off and switch out the battery. Then iPhone was like, nope, we're making it one unibody case. Then Samsung was like, we doing the same thing. It's like, damn, y'all just took away, like now if your battery died, you got to send that thing off and they could charge you a lot of money. You used to could just go buy a battery. Oh, my battery seems like it's acting up. Slap a new battery in. So yeah, you're right, Beanie. They don't want us to, you know. And so that's a benefit of PC.
It's
right?
Planned obsolescence, right? Like they don't want you to be able to maintain these things and keep them going. They want you to replace them as quick as possible.
And
so
here's
something more money. You know.
Now here's something crazy I'm gonna say about that. Right? This is gonna be crazy. Some people are like, pull Cowboy off there. I'm actually happy and hope the rumor is right that they're delaying the next consoles. Bro, let me get some more out of my consoles because I'm not going to be the guy like doom and gloom like this.
Brother, I'm 100% with you on that. Yeah, I mean, we are right now. We need to get more out of these damn consoles than we've been getting out of them.
Yeah, I feel so. But again,
I'm kind of halfway with that, Cowboy. Like I agree. PlayStation should probably delay it because they don't need to do anything right now. But I think if Xbox wants to go to their full PC future and move beyond the series consoles, they need to get that sucker out.
Well,
So,
my only issue with that is, and I know Xbox isn't the way they used to be, but I'm used to Xbox and PlayStation being similar. And I feel like if Xbox come out with their console hybrid PC, it's going to have so much power, right? It's going to, on console level, it's going to be this, and PC level, I feel like that's only going to give PlayStation time to be like, okay, let's jump up even more, right? So I like when a PlayStation and Xbox are very similar because it's always been like that. Like
and I hate to be the guy with this predictable answer, but they want to get it out because the Steam machine is coming.
I understand.
I don't think Xbox views the Steam machine as a threat to them.
I think they do way more than the PlayStation.
I agree with. I agree.
Absolutely think they don't care crap about PlayStation. They
agree.
Make money off of it, and they're good.
And you know why I agree, Cubini? Because they're already putting games on PlayStation, so big deal.
Right.
But the problem is the whole Windows and this thing. If you allow the Steam machine to get the leg up, because literally it's. Remember, before they announced Steam machine, I was like, dude, I was the biggest supporter of the new Xbox. I was like, dude, it's going to be a brand new thing that we've never had. If they can nail it, sky's the limit. It's a great look on Xbox. It might even make Sony jump on the bandwagon, but it's gonna be revolutionary to video games. And then they announced the Steam Deck was pretty much doing the same thing, just in reverse. It's a PC/console where Xbox was making a console/PC. I'm like, damn, bro, like you just trying to like step on pull on their.
I think that's the only reason why I stick with that is because they're moving into a different market. Xbox is. Than traditional console, so they're not under the same standards as a PS5 to a PS6 generational change.
1000% agree. 1000% agree.
They may delay it 6 months or something like that, but I still think they need to get that sucker out.
No, you know what? And and again, this is like a me and Neo's conversation. He often changed my mind. I 100% agree with you. You explained it perfectly. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I'm 1000% agree. PlayStation, I think they should just keep it delayed. And let's be honest, they don't have many games. Now, I know third party is still a thing. Xbox games is a thing. But I feel like, and again, it's just me because I bought a PlayStation 2 years later. So I'm 2 years late to the party where I used to buy every console day one, but I was into cloud gaming. So for me, I feel like, bro, you got to do a little bit more for me with this PlayStation, you know. So I wouldn't mind them extending it. But
I'm the same way. I got my PS5 back in 22. I think it was around November 22. I bought it from GameStop. I got paid $300 for it. I sold in my Switch, and I was like, I was late because I really wanted one. As soon as it dropped, I was like, oh, I want this so bad. But then when that COVID got here, I was like, oh god damn, because it was priced out the box. I'm like $1,000 for a console. This better do everything, bro. like that's what I was going through my mind. Like, is it that good?
Yeah, because remember, they wouldn't just sell you the console. The only way you could get it was they had them bundles. I paid $800 for a bundle. So, but I got the sweetest deal. So they was making me have to get 2 games. They was making me get the headphones. They was making me get which is funny because I never used them. My son's like, no, they're really good, and I took years before I started using them. They are good. But so what I did was I got the bundle. I got those games I didn't want, and I ended up going to a GameStop the next day. And I called. I was like, listen, if I was to bring in these games with my receipt, and I smoothed over the lady, and she's like, you know what? Because the store I bought it from was like, nah, you can't return them. They're part of a bundle. She's like, listen, bring them in with the receipt, and I'll give you credit for it. I was like, ooh, and not credit. She gave me my refund. I was like, bet. So I got that money back. But no, yeah, you're right, man. Chubini, you're right. Like, yeah, I mean, that's my perspective.
I'm trying to think logically and not be in the war mindset of it.
Yep, I agree.
If they really are trying to change their market and go into a new thing for them, they're just not in the same situation. That's all I'm saying. Even if they delay it a year instead of 2 or 3, they're in a different situation now.
Yeah. And Beanie, I want to say this live. You had got off, and I gave you so much credit. We were all chatting in the chat, and you got off, and I said, yo, I definitely got to look at Chubini different and hopefully Murder gets to hear this. So we always had these conversations, and we were talking, and we were saying how Murder was saying he's such an Xbox fan, and if anybody's a true Xbox fan, that they should feel the way he feels. They should feel like, yo, what is Microsoft doing? And people are fake if they don't. And I said, you know what's crazy? I never heard Kubini say this, and now I got to look at him differently because I you don't think about things, and I don't know. I didn't think of the perspective, but you said something that was great. You said, to be honest with you, I've only been an Xbox fan for like 10 years. That's really not that long. I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. Like you can't make me feel the way you feel if you, let's say you was part of the, I was gonna say the Holocaust. Let me do it different. I like to do it. I like to do really extreme, analogies. But let's take that away. So let's just say I was there when Electronics Boutique. Now Neos don't know what the hell that is, but I was there when Electronics Boutique was in the mall. And then they get rid of Electronics Boutique, but Neos is like,
oh, they got rid of those quick as they could.
And Neos is like, and so I'm like passionate about it. And Neos was like, bro, when I came around Electronics Boutique, I was like 4 years old. I don't really care. I'm like, but I thought you was an Electronics Boutique fan. I mean, I am, but not to your extent. That's totally fair for Kubini. It's like, bro, I ain't that in love with Xbox, but some people might have been. If you had it since day one as that brand. So I feel like, man, I feel like I gotta apologize to Kubini because I try to, I'm the biggest person. You ain't no PC fan. You're an Xbox fan. I try to stay you to the wall to that Xbox. And Kubini's like, bro, I've been on PC for a minute, bro. I'm like,
I flew the flag pretty damn hard, but it was more about the ecosystem because I had the PC console back and forth. That's what really got me into it.
Right.
I'm like, well, hey, I can have a box under my TV to play, and then when I want to jump on a computer, I can do that. That's literally what put me in their market,
That's what's amazing. Doc Dark did a video. He was talking about Arc Raiders, and it's not about Arc Raiders, but he was saying on PC or Xbox ecosystem. Well, how do you call it? You buy one game, you can play it everywhere.
Play anywhere. Yeah.
Play anywhere. So he was like, the good thing is I bought it for my Xbox, and for whatever reason, somebody gifted it to him for the Xbox version. But he was like, damn, like he for whatever reason he didn't like it, and he was happy that he was able to play the PC version and be able to tune it up. So that is cool, bro. And I gotta say it again, that's how Stadia was. It was like, because you could play everywhere because Stadia was on every damn thing. As long as it had a web browser, whether it was your phone, whether it had an app, not an app, you could just buy one game and play it everywhere. And when I was listening to Doc Dark Thing today, I was like, damn, that's pretty much, I get it with Xbox.
And part of that conversation we had the other day, I actually said that. I said I would have stayed on PlayStation if they would have had that set up where I could take my PlayStation games over to PC. I would have stayed.
Yeah.
And now I'd just be getting an Xbox game. Well, I'd have still gotten them on PC anyway, but yeah.
Right.
So
I just want to publicly owe you an apology and also feel that, because that blew my mind. I was like, damn, I never thought of it like that. I'm just thinking, you was playing on Xbox forever, and then, they changed up, and you want to save face and be like, well, I don't really care that much. Whereas Murder about to jump out. Hey, bro, don't, man.
Hey, tell TPG, remember what I told you my brother told me? Tell them that. That shit was funny.
Oh, yeah. So his he was like, your brother, he said he was going to buy a PlayStation, right?
Yep. He bought a PlayStation, and I said, why didn't you buy an Xbox? Because he's an Xbox guy. And he said, well, I was going to buy an Xbox, but since all the Xbox games are coming to PlayStation, I figured I'd rather get a PlayStation. He literally told me that. I was hurt, man, because he was big 360 Xbox One guy. He shoved it down my throat all the time. I was a PS3 guy. I didn't care. And so, but I thought it was pretty funny. So
yeah, I think it's all preference. I think the way regardless we get into these little dumb stuff, I'll never I can't trash on PC. Besides, I'm just too ignorant that I want to actually learn to do all the stuff. And so to put up my wall, as you would say, Kubini, you called me out yesterday, but or maybe it was earlier this morning. But my thing is to just I shield myself from. I understand the benefits, but I guess I shield myself or put up my wall or my front or whatever by just saying that I rather it simple, and I really do. And I'm afraid that because I'm all or nothing. That's really me, dude. When I got into cloud. I stopped playing my PlayStation. I literally canceled GameFly for 7 days. and I only got GameFly back. And I'm glad I got it back when I did, because all my history would have been gone. But I was that into Cloud. I was like, bro, I'm done with GameFly. I canceled it. And then I went to movie and seen Resident Evil, and I was like, I love Resident Evil, and I didn't play the 2 remakes, and it made me want to play the remakes, but I didn't want to buy them, and they also wasn't on Stadia. So I was like, oh, let me get my GameFly back real quick, and then and then I got the GameFly. But actually, if you look at my GameFly, it says it doesn't show I had it since 2008. It only shows that I had it from when I canceled it and got it back, or when I got it back. But my history still shows all the way to 2008. And I have Cubini, my very first GameFly game was that Xbox 360 game, the Viking game. Remember, it was like it was about a Viking. I think it was called Viking. But my very first...
You're talking about Rise, Son of Rome.
No, I never played that.
That was Xbox One.
Yeah. Okay, Xbox. Okay. Yeah, it was Rise Son of Rome, because Rise Son of Rome, yeah, like you said, that was Xbox One. I'm talking about Xbox 360. It was some Viking game. I think it was called Viking. But yeah, when I started Die Hard with GameFly, I was a diehard Xbox guy.
I saw a video about the Xbox Direct. I have some updates on Fable and Forza if you want to hear them.
Hold on, I want to sell it.
Since it's gaming topics.
It's 811.
Nothing major.
Yeah. Yeah, we can put that up. But
I mean, you can pull up the video, or I'll just tell you what I heard.
No, I'll put it up. But let's do this. Let's talk about. It was one other topic, because at least, he said Viking was awesome. So you remember that. I want to bring up one other topic.
Let me get you some timestamps then. All right, give me a sec.
Okay, I want to talk about game preservations, because we all have a lot of different thoughts of it. I think
I've been into that lately.
Yeah, you've been into it lately. PC's doing a great job of it. And I kind of wanted to I'm looking where my dog is at. I kind of want to bring that up. So we were talking. Let me bring it up. I actually wrote a little thing out about the game preservation. Thank you very much. Let me see. All right, so it's a game preservation. I actually don't mind. All right, so so the game preservation is this, right? I think we brought it up because there was a video or something somebody was talking about. Let me see. Oh, we were talking about Anthem, right? So I said, so once a game like Anthem stopped having continuous content, I stopped playing. All right, so Anthem was the topic because Anthem got shut down. Anthem was online only. And people were saying, like, dude, they need to do better at game preservation. They need to have a way for you to still be able to play a game if you bought a game. It's too many of these games. They just figure, you technically only own the licenses for the game and we could pull the plug. I am the weird guy. I'm probably going to be opposite of all the three of you and some people in the chat. I don't care about game preservation. So when we were talking earlier, Cubini, and you guys talking about the Friday 13th, I'm kind of moved forward. Like, I don't like when the developers, they can do what they want, but they take money to bring back an old game or, just maybe make it look a little better. I'm like, dude, I'd rather you take that money and make a new game. I don't care about game preservation because there's nothing I still play from back in the day. I still had a TurboGrafx 16, Atari Jaguar, I had a PlayStation 3, I had a Super Nintendo, I had all these older, I had a Sega Nomad, and I just never played them. They sat there. So I'm literally, no joke, I don't like TPG's buying all this older stuff. I think that's great for that person. I'm just the opposite. I like I only buy digital games. Yes, luckily GameFly is a thing and discs are a thing because I like to rent games. But if it wasn't, I'll just be more careful and only buy the games, or maybe I'll get Game Pass and I'll be playing a bunch of games on Game Pass. But so that's my stance.
Now you can look at it two ways. For me, I look at it this way: do you want a game remake of an original old game, or do you want a modern sequel? Like Gears Z-Day is a prequel, right?
Which game?
What, Gears Z-Day coming out this year? It's a prequel, right? It goes back earlier in the story. So, but we didn't have that in the old days.
So there's two. So you're missing one thing. So I'll look at it as this: there are games that are remasters, right? So we got to say that. So that Gears Reloaded was a remaster, right? That was. They just upscaled it a little bit, made it look better, still look terrible, but that was a remaster. Then we have stuff like Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, where it's it's kind of like when you watch a movie that says it's based off of a true story, right? So that means they're trying the best they can to keep it as the same. And then you have a movie that say inspired by, where they could change stuff. They could put somebody in the story that was never there. So the Resident Evils, they was like, for me, I rather that, because it is technically a new game. It got new models. They add some stuff, change the story a little bit. So for me, to answer your question, again, take your resources, make a remake of the old game, but don't remaster the old game. You're wasting money.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather them just redo it completely, because
correct.
You try to go back and play old games, bro. Like they suck. Like the nostalgia's there, but then you start playing it, you're like, oh my god, like how did we ever play it?
I know I told you the story before, Beanie. Listen, I went to a retro party and they had a Super Nintendo and they had GoldenEye, and I sat down. I was like, bro, GoldenEye is one of my all-time favorite games. I was so disgusted that the controls were so terrible. You had the red, the yellow up, right, left, and down buttons. I was like, I was like, who the hell played with this? But again, that was one of my favorite games of all time, and I couldn't even play it. I was so frustrated. I threw that controller down and walked away, upset. It ruined my memory of that game.
Did you try the new version of that?
I never did. What was it like? I never did.
It felt a lot better. You know, obviously the graphics and stuff were better. It had multiplayer and stuff too, so you could do like 4-player co-op. But I don't know. Every time
I was scared, Beanie. I was like, man, I don't know if I even want to mess with this, man.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, it's like, I don't know.
I will say though, some games they don't perform the same.
I think that's why. I think that's why we wanted Perfect Dark so bad, because it was going to be a proper new version.
Yeah, Doc Dark.
Game, you know.
Yeah, Doc Dark. I feel bad for him that he didn't get his Perfect Dark.
I think that would have been excellent as far as bringing back a classic. You know.
You know what's crazy? And when the people brag about this is just me. When people brag about, oh man, they brought back Red Dead Redemption, like, bro, if they didn't change them controls was terrible. Mm-hmm. Even Grand Theft Auto 5, I was like, bro, that game did come out a long time ago, but I'm like, dude, you gotta update these. The controls was bad. Like, usually X's jump, and when I played Red Dead Redemption 2, I was like, what the hell? Like, it was bad. So I don't know, but again, some people love it. You know, you could play through some stuff and be like, hey, look, I'm playing it for all the other stuff. It was a great story, giant open world, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I just rather something new. But Niels, we haven't heard you. You were just about to say something. Jump in there, man.
Yeah, sorry, brother.
We didn't want to hear from you.
Hey, that's so much. He's got so much to say.
No. I was up here playing Hellblade too.
Okay. I was just playing some Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I was up here streaming it off Boosteroid.
I still got to play that.
But yeah, man. I was just gonna say, like, some of these older games and stuff, like, I do like the game preservation stuff. That's one of the main reasons I am on PC. And I did have an issue. Damn, man, that looked good. What is that?
This is a bundt cake. This is a lemon bundt cake.
That's one small ass cake.
Well, that's what they call it. But yeah, it's like personal. But yeah, they're amazing. I had an Oreo one the other day, a cookies and cream. Sorry, I just want to show you that.
Ooh, that does sound pretty good, man. I am hungry. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit, you're making me hungry.
But yeah, man. I was playing, like, for example, right? Like, older games, they won't work the same as they would on newer hardware. Like, I was playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate and everything, and you saw me, Cowboy. I modded the reflections and stuff in that game to make
that was dope. I was like, Niels, walk by the water again, like, because I was as a person watching it, I wanted to have him show me. So I was like, no. I was like, walk by that one puddle, turn the camera a little bit, and then switch it. And when he did it, I was like, yeah.
I got that.
Leo's, I think that's one part of Cowboy I don't understand. He's so excited to see what we can do on PC. But
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I want to do it.
Hey, Beanie, when you showed me that Star Wars and Starfield,
I looked at that. I was looking at that on YouTube and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that made Starfield so much better.
It literally fundamentally changes the game. It literally.
But Cubini had the music and everything. Stormtroopers were walking all around. It was like, bro,
it was fire.
Mm-hmm.
No, I am looking forward to Starfield 2.0. Hopefully, they do pull off something. I don't care about the PlayStation release. It's been like 4 years.
Hey. That's the only release that matters. See more.
Well, they're only updating it for PlayStation, right? That's the rumor. They're only doing it for.
But I will say though, the people like
release.
whoever never played Starfield, it is a good game, man. Like I definitely recommend it.
It's not as bad.
It's not like anything crazy. Like you can have your preferences of what you like and what you don't like. But at the end of the day, I will say give it a chance to try.
That's fine, but you're comparing it to something that's not the same.
Wait, Cubini, but you also got to remember TPG's never even played it. So
that's the thing. You can't talk about a game you ain't played. Right.
So you did miss Starfield.
Yeah, but I played every other Bethesda game.
No, but you know what? So we're gonna even talk about this, Neo. So you got to back me up on this. So right now, FCAT has constantly been trolling the whole time about
high guard,
the high guard. But we're not gonna get to it yet. But we're gonna explain because we actually got to play it together. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. When we got off, I wanted to hit you back up, like, bro. But anyway, we'll get to that.
I got it downloaded too. I ran it back soon before I joined the stream. I just got me another W.
Hey, Cowboy, I sent you that video.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so I want to hear from TPG though, because he's been about game preservation. He's been recently actually buying a bunch of older games. So TPG, mention, talk about you and your whole collecting older games now, because that's part of game preservation.
I mean, it's nothing too crazy. Just last 3 months, earlier last year I bought a PS3, just kind of I don't know, as an impulse buy. And I was like, you know what? I just want to start building up my my kind of childhood collection. Then I started getting into buying the higher end stuff where I'm spending almost $200 on a Spider-Man game. And I will say there's like a satisfaction to, retro gaming and all that. But it does make you kind of also appreciate, the stuff we have now.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, like, dude. I went back and played SmackDown versus Raw 2008. I was like, man, at my childhood, I love this game. I look back, I'm like, oh my god, why the fuck did I ever like this? And it's like,
Beanie, hold up, Beanie, where did you send it to me at, Beanie?
It's in the channel for the show.
Is it? Because I thought all I see is Dude Game showing a bunch of pictures. He was like,
Let me look.
Yeah. Games put a bunch of pictures of the thing with the car.
I will say, one of the things I've noticed with retro gaming is that it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like you have these great memories of how these games were, and then also it's like, oh no, this is not as good as I remember.
Yeah,
and that's what sucks about it, right?
Exactly.
You're all excited. You're like, wait a minute.
So it's like whenever I hear people say like, "Oh man, I wish games were like how they were back in the day." I'm like, buggy, broken, and unfinished.
I want to give my 2 cents on that. I can understand that, but I would say there's some wrestling games and some other games I went back to play on the PC, on the PS2 emulator. I would say I can still remember some of those controls like they were like yesterday. And they don't really feel as clunky to me. I don't know. You guys are older to me, so it's like y'all older than me. Jesus Christ!
I think it depends on the game. I've gone back and played like Gran Turismo 2, and I'm like, man, this feels just like I was. I mean, it's
what game? What game?
Gran Turismo 2, 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count, bro.
It's a racing game to me.
I mean,
it's a racing game. That don't count.
I recently just bought this game. I don't know if anyone's heard about it. It's called Prototype.
Yeah, Prototype. That's good.
It's a pretty mid game. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey,
it'd be a great Venom game, but otherwise,
let me tell you something, TPG. What we're not gonna do is talk about my favorite game of all time. That's what we're not gonna do,
man. I think
you get kicked off the show for that. All right, you watch your mouth, damn it. You tread carefully about Prototype.
I'm just gonna tell you. I think Infamous is better.
I don't think so, man. You know what? You know why Infamous wasn't better? I'll tell you this. All jokes aside, Prototype felt like playing Grand Theft Auto with unlimited power. So a sandbox game, you walk around. Prototype was more Infamous was more kind of on rails. You couldn't do everything you want. You couldn't you couldn't do everything you want. Like it's like playing remember we used to play you just go to the arcade and play the game they call games on rails. So pretty much a gun game, it went this way and it went that way. And you pretty much just had to follow it. Infamous that's to me. You follow the story, you did a certain thing because Prototype allowed you to grab a person and run on top of a building and throw them into a helicopter. Like, bro, you could do whatever you want. You could jump on a helicopter, throw the pilot out, and jump in and fly it into a building.
Okay, to be fair, you can't do anything you want. You can't walk up to like 500 people and tentacle arm grab them and like start chucking them up into space.
I don't know.
You kind of could. I mean,
Prototype, you was doing people dirty in that game. I played one.
Well, like Prototype, like I don't feel like you're playing. When I was playing, I was like, I don't feel like I'm like the hero. I'm like, I feel like I'm the bad guy. I'm the problem.
So that's the thing. So technically, here's what's great. You were an anti-hero. You was not a good guy, and you wasn't really the bad guy. You was the person that got done dirty, and you was trying to do them back dirty. And if somebody got in your way, they was getting done dirty. Nothing about it was good. Nothing.
No.
Yeah,
it made me feel like, damn, I need to go to church or something after this.
But they did come out. So I don't know if you could do it on. That's the thing with disc, though. I don't think the disc, but Prototype came out on PlayStation 2, right?
It's a PS. Yeah, it's an early PS.
Yeah, so they actually made a remastered Prototype on PlayStation 4. So you actually got a better version. Yeah, that's remastered. Yeah. So.
Well, that's the one thing that also kind of sucks about game preservation. It's like now that these companies do these remasters so damn often. It's like, so which version am I playing? Am I playing The Last of Us? The infamous example is The Last of Us. Do I want to play The Last of Us on PS3?
Right.
PS4? PS5?
Right. Listen, TBG, you'll be talking about, I got the original Last of Us, the disc on PS3, but they got a PS5 version. They'd be like, so which one you going to play then?
Hey, I got the PS3 version, but I don't touch that shit.
Right. That's going in the vote.
Exactly.
Well, what if I just take the PC port and play it at like 480p? Would that count?
Hey, you know what's crazy is Doc Dark was like, you know what, Cowboy? I'm about to buy your favorite game, and I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna talk all this trash about it. I was like, you better not. But he did end up buying it too. But I guess I like that game because I can't think of another game that allowed you to do so many different things. Like, you guys let me know, is there another game that allowed you to do so many different things in the game? Like, you're the character. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Saints Row 2.
So here's what's crazy.
That is one of the goated games of that generation. I'm sorry. That's the game that actually made me say, man, this is better than Grand Theft Auto 4.
So you know what's crazy? My wife's all-time favorite game series is Saints Row. She beat part 2, 3, the Gat Out of Hell. Like, bro, she is a Saints Row. Matter of fact, you guys got to see the last Saints Row that came out, the remake. She made us in the game, bro. It's ridiculous. Like, cause she making characters. I'm gonna actually put the picture and pull it up. But you know what's crazy? So Saints Row 2 did have a lot to it. I just feel like it's not like Prototype, bro. Like, to be able to.
They're different. There's a huge difference. Prototype, you're playing like it's like a superhero type character. Saints Row, you're just a fucking gangster that just for some reason gets more bullets like a fucking sponge.
Now.
That's why, whenever I see I say a cussing where a character dies because of a gunshot, I'm like, motherfucker, I just got shot like 500 times before this. Now suddenly the shit hurts.
Nah, I remember when she was running around with the big purple dildo, whacking people in the head.
Oh my god,
that was wild.
No! You can't call it the big purple dildo. You call it by its proper name.
Guys, check this out.
The
Check this
penetrator.
out. Check this out. My wife made these characters. I made mine, but she helped me. But dude, this is a. Oh wait, I was about to pull up what Cubini sent me. Hold up, I got to.
Don't you be
Wait till
doing
you
that.
see this. This
And
is.
by the way, FCAT, no one bought fucking Code Violet because we ain't stupid.
Look at this, bro.
Oh damn, that's accurate as hell.
Bro,
Damn.
this you guys have to go into Discord and pull it up. But look at that, bro. Like,
okay, I'm gonna say that's not the best picture of your wife. She kind of look like she got the serial killer look going on.
hey man, but that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
she
is crazy. Holy shit.
She did a thing in that.
How much time she spent on that?
Dude, she spent hours. Like she was like so I got her into that because I used to make myself in wrestling games, and I would have a mirror. I would turn my I was so into when I make myself for real, bro. For real.
Let me get this detail right. Wait,
that was me. So she got into stuff like that, and she was like she was like, no, wait, your eyebrows are wrong. And again, it's the game, so you got as far as the game that let you tweak. But yeah, that was wild, man. She got really.
She even got the tank top and the cowboy hat and everything.
Yeah, man, she was into it. But anyway, so we got another thing. TPG, I do want to bring up what Chibini sent me. So let's get into that right now. Now you said you got timestamps for me.
They're basically on there already. I just kind of want to summarize. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, but tell me where to go.
Okay, there's two parts. The first part is about Forza. The second part is about Fable.
Okay.
Fable's probably more important.
Okay.
As far as what their opinion, but what I will say about Forza is, from what they said, it does not have ray tracing.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people are thinking it did. It's using, Neos might know this term. It's using screen space.
Reflections.
Whatever reflections, yeah.
Yeah.
But they did say that they said it's very, very good. Like they said it's better than they expected. But you can go to the Fable timestamp on there and run that for a minute.
Okay. What is it?
You'll see it's in the chapters. I believe it's the third chapter, second. There, right at the beginning of that one.
Oh wait, you did it yourself?
No, it's on there already.
Oh, okay. So go
back it up. No, back up one more.
Oh.
You're one chapter ahead. Go back to the beginning of that one. And just let that play for like a minute or two so you can hear what they say.
This one?
It's coming. It's coming. They're switching chapters.
We're talking about Fable now.
Here we go. Let's turn them up a little bit.
It hasn't been in development for 4.5 years. It's been in development for much, much longer than that. It's what you might call a big swing from Playground. And I think for the first time, we actually got some measure of what it is that they're actually attempting here. And I think it is hugely ambitious. Visuals are certainly like absolutely superb, but we actually got to see some gameplay systems which hint at the vast scope of this game. It was kind of almost overwhelming from my perspective. But Oliver, what do you think?
Oh, I thought this was fantastic. I found it interesting they chose to demo this title at 30 FPS, which shows a kind of different intent than Forza, and a very different intent than the other titles here, which were all showcased at 60 FPS in this 4K 60 feed. There's also no or minimal motion blur. So I kind of, again, I don't want to read the tea leaves too much, but I kind of wonder if maybe they're considering launching this as kind of a game that really is designed to be played at 30 FPS in the consoles, right? As a game that really is meant for that update on the consoles, maybe not exclusively meant for that update, but primarily meant to be played at that high level of fidelity at 30 FPS. It has very beautiful lighting. It looks very consistent throughout, I would say, including in indoor spaces, including in smaller scale areas. You know, if it was 30 FPS, conceivably that would open up some room for some kind of ray trace lighting solution, but they're not really talking about tech at this stage with this title. I think it's dated a little bit further out than any of the other titles we saw today. I think they're talking about autumn 2026. So really, I think they're kind of probably hedging there based off of the release date or whether GTA 6 gets bumped or not, right? Maybe they're going to make some decision based off of that kind of dictum there.
Okay, yeah, let me pull up the...
So that's essentially the topic, is Fable is going to be 30 FPS on all consoles at launch. And, you know, we've had this 30 FPS conversation in the past. I don't know if you even want to go through that or not, but
let's think about it. So I'm just gonna put myself out there. Everybody want to get mad at me or not? I'm the weird guy because I don't have a PC, and that's why I would always tell you guys about the console. I'm simple. I get what I get. So if they make it in 30, dude, I'm gonna play the new Fable in 30. I'm just going and I'm gonna like it. I'm assuming it's not gonna be bad 30. Like, you know, in some games you're like, God damn, like you move all around, you're like, yo. And sometimes people say sometimes people say, oh, for some reason PlayStation has a way of doing 30. I'm pretty sure this 30 isn't going to be bad, but I think what the problem is when you go from 30, when you go up in frames and come down, that's when it's like harder. But if I just play this on 30 and I don't get a chance to go up and see it better, for me, because I'm not, you guys are used to having a PC where you probably can't remember the last game you played in 30. You two guys. For me, like 30 is like a normal thing on certain games. So for me, it's not going to bother me as much. But trust me, I'm not going to be that guy saying 30 is fine, dude. Every game I play, if I could get 60, I'm putting it on 60.
I do think I would guess based on history that there will be a performance mode at some point down the road, just
Probably.
like Starfield was, just like all the other games were.
Everything.
I think when it comes to a situation like this, they may just be really trying to just get the damn thing out there. Like, you know, it's in a place where they're happy with it. You know, we could spend another 6 months making performance mode, but, you know, at this point, let's just get it out. So my question is a PS5 Pro, it's still going to probably be 30 FPS because they're saying it's a CPU limitation, which I've debated with Neos about this already. He doesn't think that's, or not Neo, sorry, Rune about this already, and he doesn't think that's true because they said that about Starfield and then it got patched later. But I think it is a CPU thing because there's a lot of background stuff going on with Fable, a lot of behind the scenes things with the AI and with the characters and their interactions.
True. Like sometimes these games do rely on a
lot
good
of
CPU.
Yes.
That's why like a lot of people on the PC side they'll buy these X3D chips from like AMD or like the top end Intel stuff. But the X3D chips are really good because of the 3D V cache. And hell, I mean, I could speak on this because as I was playing Space Marine 2, that game reported that it has a lot of CPU issues. Like you can have an X3D chip and your FPS is still going to be a certain way. And that's not your PC fault. It's mainly the game's optimization. Right. Now I know, Cowboy, I know you don't like to get into that optimization stuff or whatever. And
no, you know it's crazy. I don't. I might have got the wrong light on that. When people used to always talk about like games and this and that, that was my favorite word. I was like, I think the word you guys are missing. This is years ago. I was like, it's optimization. The problem is people think everything's supposed to be the same. One, the developers have to make their game. They have to optimize their game so it can utilize hardware. So no, I'm probably on your side. What do you think? I think that is the magic word. Consoles can't do so. I feel like the games have a certain room to do things, right? Within the game itself. But on PC, you could go above the game and utilize the hardware. Consoles can't do that. They only got a small room to use. So they have to specifically optimize that game for the limitations of a console. Whereas PC, you get the extra stuff. You get to optimize, whereas you don't have to worry about so much what's already done with the game unless the developers just really did that.
If you guys remember back when Starfield, before it even came out, I remember they interviewed Todd and he said something about there's moments in the game, parts in the game where it's at 60, but because of their vision of the game or whatever, they just locked it at 30.
Yep.
And then six months later we had a 60 mode. So
they said I'll never forget that. We had such the biggest debate in the community because they said their vision for the game was to be in 30 but 4K. And so
but they did say there were moments where they could get close to 60. And I think that's kind of a sign that they were just going to update it later.
Yeah, I think the problem is they told you maybe they was covering themselves, because if they said it could be 60, then everybody went crazy and said you need to make it 60. You know
like
how
Redfall.
yeah, exactly. Like yep.
Like Redfall. Yeah.
So they were smart to just be like, look, this is they lied. And, let me not say lied, but they said this is our vision, but then they did it anyway, right? It's like, well, I thought that was your vision, but it just probably meant that they, could do it, just not yet. I think on the PlayStation 5 Pro topic, I don't think this is going to be 60 on PlayStation 5 Pro. Reason being, I think this is going to be 30 on everything. And then later on, when it be 60, it'd be 60. If it's 60, it'd be 60 everything. I think when you see that on PlayStation 5 Pro, it's usually a game that was developed for a PlayStation. And so developer said, hey, this is going to be directly a PlayStation game, and it's going to have a PlayStation 5 Pro enhancement, which would give it, more of an enhancement.
So
but
is GTA 6 going to be the same way then? 30 on everything and 60 later?
I think they confirmed that. I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying that's what I believe. They confirmed that it would be 30.
That's what I thought they said too. And I know Digital Foundry said with all that games trying to do, the CPUs aren't going to be able to handle it.
See, I was thinking more that GTA 6, again, I feel like everything I've seen in trailer, to me, didn't really blow me away, but they're saying the game is so big. But I'm thinking to myself, hey, I damn sure know it ain't going to be as big as Crimson Desert, right?
But it's the behind the scenes stuff, the stuff we don't see. That's
like NPC, keeping track of NPCs and where they're at.
Yeah, I guess because the world
Fable's the same way, right? There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff running,
and
it takes up resources.
I'm gonna give Playground the benefit of the doubt. This is their first non-racing game ever, so it's like I'm excited for this game. But at the same time, it's like, if you're doing 30 FPS, then this game gotta look good then.
No, I appreciate
30 FPS locked.
And TPG, I appreciate you saying that about them, but here's the thing is that engine that they use is one of the best optimized engines, like, period.
Okay.
Like, Forza 5 runs on a freaking snail. It really does.
That's true.
So, knowing that, they shouldn't be having performance problems on Fable. It's the same engine. So that makes me nervous because
FCAT said Fable combat looks off, and then
30 FPS, brother. Everything looks off.
They confirmed from the cinematics. I think he's talking about Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I mean it's 30 FPS on a YouTube stream, bro. It ain't gonna look good until you're playing it. Once you play it, it'll be.
But I do believe.
Let me play that other clip. Where's that one at?
Which one? Forza?
Yeah, you want me to play 2?
It's the first chapter, so go back and just run it for a couple minutes to see what they say. It's the bigger part.
Okay, so this one right here?
Right there, yep.
News topic.
They're impressed.
Now, January 22nd, we had a brand new developer _direct from Microsoft, which for my money has been pretty much the best series of sort of game announcements, reveals, analysis, that sort of thing that we've seen for quite some time. And this one was no exception, kicking off, of course, with Forza Horizon 6, which is probably one of the most eagerly awaited games of the year. Oliver, this one looks very, very impressive.
Yeah, I thought this looked awesome. Very beautiful. It looks kind of like Forza Horizon 5, but just dialed up to the next level in terms of density, in terms of scale. Obviously, they're talking about Tokyo that's 5 times the size of any existing Forza Horizon city, which is quite exciting. And great micro detailing too. Like if you look at some of the road surfaces, when they zoom in on the road surfaces, those look super nice and detailed in a way that I'm sure John can appreciate based off of his Forza Horizon 5 coverage. I saw a lot of commentary online about the game and about its visual features and about what it might be doing. And I kind of wanted to go through some of those really quickly, just in terms of some of the indications that I saw in terms of the core technology. So I think they're using a cube map solution in the car bodies, like a real-time cube map solution. If you look at their characteristics up close, the way they pop in and out, their kind of 2D appearance and lower resolution, and the way the perspective doesn't shift when you move the camera when you're looking at those reflections, I think that's what we're looking at typically. But they are using SSR to self-reflect parts of the car body in the car reflections. Because when you look at the car mirrors and the car spoilers, they appear to self-reflect in the car body. But when those elements fall out of screen space, you start to see these screen space artifacts that indicate that they're not really ray tracing in those instances, they're using a screen space reflection. Which is kind of interesting. Basically, they're getting most of the fidelity of that initial RT reflections implementation in Forza Horizon 5, without presumably the cost there. I don't think they previously.
Yo, these guys are super nerds, man. I'm glad we got somebody like that to break this down because
they're like, look at the noise on the car, and I'm looking at the car like, I don't see shit, bro.
Right. It's crazy, but you know what's crazy?
Hey, man, it's a good looking game, but it's like, god damn.
But Neos,
that just goes to show that.
Wait, explain. Hold on.
Can you explain what that meant by the cube maps and SSAO instead of actual ray tracing? Can you explain to the plebs what that means?
So, like, basically, like the in-game stuff, it's kind of like the ray tracing without actually having ray tracing in the game. Because I know Battlefield has the same similar stuff. Like, I remember somebody made like a video. Oh, wait, they got ray tracing in here? Nah, you just got your space reflections set up to high, ultra, overkill. You go overkill because that's like the top setting in the game. Everything is going to look a little bit more realistic and stuff.
Yeah.
And
is that why they said it looks like ray tracing without the performance hit, essentially?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. They did say in this video, if you play the whole thing, they did say they're expecting performance and visual modes, so 30 and 60 modes.
That's cool. Yeah, you would like that.
So, yeah.
You would like that in the racing game. I want to say what's up to Blood in the chat. He said he was at his in-laws for a while. Hey, man, listen. Whenever you could pop in, man, pop in. But listen, family first, brother. It's just good to know that you're doing good. And my man, Dude Games is in the building. Horror Dude. He said Fable will end up being better and stand the test of time in comparison to High Guard. That's already been. Wait. Why are you comparing High Guard?
Damn.
I thought you were gonna say Fable compared to Crimson Desert. Maybe that's
what I'm worried about. Fable is a lot of people are comparing it to Avowed, and I think that's unfair. But there are people doing that, and I'm a little
I feel like Avowed is such a newer game, like I don't want to say fly by night, but like you can't compare it to Fable, bro.
I don't know. I mean, they're saying the combat's similar and all that, but they watched a 30 FPS trailer on a YouTube compressed video. Like, until you play that thing,
So here's something
that Game Pass for a month. There you go.
Here's something that TPG brought up. I'll bring this up, and then I want me and Neos to talk a little bit about High Guard, and then maybe we could wind down because Neos do have a stream at 9, so it is getting close, and it'd be good that But TPG brought this up, but Inside Jeff Grubb confirmed that the upcoming State of Play will be happening the week of February 12th. So that's cool. That listen, I just like to see trailers of video games. Hell, I like to see trailers of movies. I'm a big fan of trailers. I just want to see if you could hype me up, if you could show me something. I love world premiere videos and blah, blah, blah. So, would love to see anything about new games, whether it's from Xbox, PlayStation, not really Nintendo, but now Nintendo, because my wife has a Nintendo. So I was telling her about the Nintendo Directs. And I was like, so whenever they have been, because I know they got one coming up too, I was like, I want you to check it out. Or I think theirs was supposed to be about the Mario movie part 2. But anyway, so this would be cool if PlayStation has something new. I just feel personally PlayStation has just been so low with their offerings of games. It's like they're either going to show partner stuff or they're going to show games that they talked about so long ago. And you're just like, dude, whenever they come out.
My expectations would be Marvel fighting Soul.
Right.
No, there'll be no Wolverine until like later down the road.
Okay.
The Soros will probably get another final trailer, which is I wish they would actually announce a collector's edition for that, because that game I want to see what a collector's edition from that would look like.
Hold on, I thought you could pre-order Soros now.
Yeah, you can. I just wish that they had a collector's edition. That's
got you. And then you don't think that show something about Phantom Blade Zero?
Oh, doesn't that already actually have a date? If I recall correctly,
I don't remember.
Supposed to be like September or something.
I definitely don't expect any big PlayStation games.
No, and I saw one guy. One guy sit there go like, "Oh, there's a demo of Intergalactic Eternally." I'm like, dude,
It's
that's
gonna
got to be there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be full of third party.
It's gonna be another third party state of play.
Oh, I agree. It's gonna be full of third party, and there's gonna be some
A
time
lot of
deals
third party
in
with
there.
Maybe an update or two about
maybe
like,
a 2K26 reveal trailer, maybe.
Something
like that.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yep.
Actually, just today, Sony announced MLB The Show 26.
Yes, and guess who apparently partnered with that game? Microsoft did, or Xbox did. So
yeah,
I heard Microsoft.
They have the biggest
MLB,
baseball game in the game.
Well, MLB was super successful on Xbox. It really was. It actually had 3 or 4 times the player base on a consistent basis. Yeah. I think they're going to definitely drop that on Game Pass again, most likely. Yeah.
I don't expect it too crazy.
People might laugh, but a baseball is baseball, bro. It's baseball, sports games. People love sports games, man.
I think sports games, man, they kind of fell off. Like, I think they used to be really cool a long time ago. I definitely enjoyed like the older Maddens, 2K.
You say that, but me and Cowboy are sitting here waiting for 2K26.
I know, so I do.
That's different.
I do agree with TBG. I think it's your interest. I think when your interest falls off on something, like for instance, I know people who don't watch wrestling, and they're like, "Man, the 2K games aren't great." I'm like, I still watch wrestling, so it's like it's a connection. It's like what I watch every week, I'm playing those characters. So when we and the guys get together, they're like, "Bro, you keep using the same characters, bro. These are the people I like, and I want this character I use that I watch on TV to win this match." But I feel like when some people, like even football, like I feel like if you're in it, it makes it better. But just playing a sports game as a video game, and I don't watch the sports, I'd be like, yeah.
Go Seahawks.
I will say though, like for me, I kind of fell off the WWE 2K games. Like the last one I played was 2K24. I'm interested to kind of check this new one out just to see what's up or whatever.
They've already announced like 3 different editions for that game.
Well, I think the cool thing too is, Niels, this one, it's going to be about the Attitude Era. So at least for you, it'd probably be talking about stuff you remember. And not.
Here's the thing: there's no confirmation on that. In fact, what I heard was that it's supposed to be CM Punk based.
I heard that.
No.
Hold
on. The legit thing they showed, they got 2 covers. So one of them is an Attitude Era cover. Like that is real.
Well, the Triple H trailer
Attitude Era.
They're in Raw.
WWE versus WCW and King of Kings edition, and then they have to still announce the standard edition.
Yep. All right, Cowboy, I'm gonna bounce, brother.
Hey, listen, Cubini, good stuff, man. I appreciate you coming in, and I just love, we had a crazy weekend, but I always appreciate where we are with things as general as a whole, as a community, and I feel like we could get through anything, man. So, thank you for your patience, and just, like I said, man, I look at you as a friend, and I know we bump our heads, but what I wouldn't ever want to lose is a friendship over video games. So I just want to say that publicly.
All right, appreciate it, boys. Y'all have a good night.
Same to you, Kabini.
So real quick, Niels, let's just talk real quick about our experience with Highguard, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, hey, I was gonna say I was thinking about checking out too.
Okay, cool, man. All right, well, take care, TV. Yeah, man. Later. So I played the game. I did the story tutorial mode, and I did it twice because I was like, okay, it's a lot going on. I want to understand it, so I end up doing it again, right? Then I jumped into a match. I did lose, but I played with a guy, and he started off by saying, "Man, people don't know what they're doing." I was like, "Hey, bro, this is my first."
I heard that too. He was like complaining, like, "Oh my god, my teammates are trash. He sound like me."
Right, I was like, "I'm just letting you know." He was like, "No, you cool." I'm thinking like, "Nah, you." But we got close, right? So then you jumped in, and we got a little close. But then we started to put it together, and I think when people play games and they lose, the game sucks. You just gotta admit, like you play a game for whatever reason, it ain't working. You blaming the game. You like, oh, I don't like this game. But when you win in a game, you kind of like it a little bit more. It's just we're human. It is what it is, right?
Yeah,
and man, we had a hell of a, and you went wild in that match. You got what 16-1?
Yeah, I had 14-1, I think. Yeah, 14-1, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was 14-1. And dude,
listen, I've heard, like, I seen Lono streaming it, and he was like watching the video like with his head like this, like, oh, it looks boring. But I feel like sometimes you gotta play things yourself, and you gotta give it a chance. And dude, I think what's cool, and and if you would have told me this, I would have disagreed. I love games where it's a lot of people, but for some reason, only 3 people. Like I seen Lono said, oh, the maps are too big for a little bit of people. I was like, okay, I gotta see it for myself. But for some reason, when it was only 3, it felt really what's the word I'm looking for? It felt really intimate, just us and them. Right. And it was like you go like, because it feel like football, you got to get there and you got to get here, get to their goal pretty much.
It didn't feel like it was a lot of people, basically.
Yeah, it felt really good. Like, okay, I could track everybody, and I should be able to stop them from getting to my side and grab the thing and run it back. But if it was more people, they'd be like, bro, I can't keep track of everybody. But you had one where you put all 3 people down yourself.
Yep. Hey, I was starting to lock in. You know what's so funny? Like, guys, I haven't played FPS on a controller in a minute, bro. Like, you can go back, if you think I'm lying, go look at my streams. All my stuff, you see like LMNOP, whatever. But I started to lock in. I'm like, wait, but no, not Cowboy. No. It's like I was in my game time, man. I was in there where we went crazy, man. That was crazy, dude.
So I gotta say this, man. I know people trying to trash on it, and maybe we might be the small minority, but today, my first impressions, I enjoyed it. Out of 5, you know, again, I'm not saying this. I'm reviewing the game because some people get mad. But on a 5, meaning 1 is I'll uninstall it, delete it. 5 being it's the next game I play, dude. This is a 4. Like, I'm playing this pretty soon. It ain't gonna be the next game I play because, you know, I gotta play my Sonic and Arc Raiders. But after that, I'm definitely throwing this game in.
Yeah, now, man. Yeah.
Now, will my interest die? Who knows? Will I get better at the game and want to play it more? Who knows? Will I be like, yeah, I'd rather play this and this? But as of right now, it was a good first time. And I also think playing with people you know helped as well. I don't think because I could have still won that match with playing with randoms, but I think playing with you did make it a little extra, like, you know. So
yeah, I was, bro, with these types of games, I know how to turn it up real quick because like every game I play, it don't matter if it's Overwatch, Valorant, Marvel Rivals. That's how I got Murder back in. He's like, wait a minute, because he saw me going crazy with Gambit, because that game gets real active, man, and I'm tryharding. Like, I don't mean to actually try hard. It just clicks. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm finna go in, and you know, I had a good time. I think if I didn't play with you, I probably would have not checked it out because I seen the reviews. I'm like, what is so bad about the game? I'm confused. I'm kind of confused here because I'm like, ain't nothing running bad. Sure, I mean, like, I was getting like 100 some frames. I'm not trying to get like 200-300. I mean, like, I'm getting good frames. The game looked good. I got everything maxed out. I don't know what everybody fussing about, but
I think, you know, like, I think the game itself was kind of cool. Like, I know there's, you know, what do they call the mode in Call of Duty and everything else where it's like the A, B, and C domination, right?
I think it's search and destroy and domination.
Okay. So like that. So I feel like this was a similar thing, but it was interesting. Like, you could get across the map pretty fast because you had your mounts, right? You had abilities. You had cool weapons. Like, they had some, like that one gun I got, man, that was my dude. Like, they have a bunch of different characters, so it almost feels like a hero shooter because you got different characters with different abilities. But then you can get the same weapons. Like, I feel like they made a cool type game, and it's not super complicated. It is a lot of moving parts, but it's not that many that you like can't understand it. So I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it felt simple. Like, I think the maps were a little bit big for a 3v3, but it is good enough to where it ain't like, I don't know, 5+ teams running around, and then you got to focus up, you know?
I think I would think the map was really big if we didn't have the mounts. If we didn't have the mounts, I'd be like, bro, once somebody get away from me, I can't even catch them. But because we have the mounts, I'm like, okay, a mount could clear that land space in a good distance. I'll say that. You know?
Yeah, and I would say, like, you know, I enjoyed it. The tutorial was a little bit long, but it was worth it though. Because I was like, God damn, man, this thing's so long. I know how to pick up a gun and shoot, man. Damn.
Right.
But you know, at the end of the day, I had a good time. I don't see what the fuss is about, so I'm not gonna hop on a hate bandwagon like everybody else, especially like the Concord stuff. I mean, like, if you don't know what's up, just try it out, and if it ain't for you, then it ain't for you, man. And you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I would say I had a good time. I hopped on it again, so that's a start right there. I feel like,
that's,
you know, if I can get on it again, then I got something here, right?
And you
if I
won
get on something,
and you won again.
yeah. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna most likely play this again, at least while the game is still, you know, here or whatever, because how the way the game is getting thrashed.
That thing might not be here next week.
Yeah, it may not. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? They said I seen a thing that said they had a whole year roadmap for it. So they got
it could get better, you know.
Yeah,
I just think people just
gotta
give it a
my
chance.
gripe is I want them, and maybe they do, and I don't know how to do it. I wish they had they allow you to use your characters in training, but be able to put your ability on max just so you could see it. Like you have to still play and run around and shoot things, and your super ability, excuse me, it comes up really slow. So like I want to see I want to test everybody's.
Right. And I played the electric guy Atticus, and then I played the ice dude, which the fact that he could turn into an ice giant and I actually killed somebody with his ultimate, I was like, oh bro, I can see this.
Yeah,
like,
I wanted I liked keep calling him Craven the Hunter. The dude, like he his claws, he pounce on you, and then his super ability, he go roar, and then just like he just destroy everything. I think you know what's cool too. I heard people talking trash about this, bro. I don't know, I'm a sucker, but dude, I like breaking the little ice that knowing I have to get money. Like the crystals. I don't know why, but with the hammer, like it was cool just to break it, and then you could find dude and then buy stuff, buy armor, or find it in the wild. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I did like that because like when I got that gun, that's what I was telling you, that Viper, bro, that thing, man, I was chopping people down with that. Like what? Because it felt like it didn't have no recoil. It reminded me of the AS Vial.
You was like, hey, bro, if you see a gun called a Viper, grab that. I was like, all right. If I see that. But what was cool was when we did the tie and went into the overtime, then dude had the gold weapons you could buy. I was like, I bought this gold handgun that was like, I was like, damn. I was like, all right, we on another level now.
Bro, I had this shotgun. It didn't really feel like a shotgun, but it kept spreading. I just kept on clicking it, bro. The fire rate was crazy on.
Yeah, I had a good shotgun too, where I was putting them down. Like the one dude that got the little minions, man, I was boom, boom, get you back in the kitchen.
It was so crazy. I didn't even know who that was. I was like, wait, what is that? Does that just spawn in on the map? That was throwing me off.
This dude, because I thought I was unlike him, but I didn't like him as much. But yeah, your L1 button, you throw down little minions, and it's dope. Those little minions give you loot. Like I was running around when I had them, and I was like, what? He had a rocket. He had rocket ammo. I was like, oh, threw that in my rocket. Like, all right, bet. Yeah, that was wild.
Yo, man, I'm definitely gonna be playing it. I don't think it's like bad as people say. I just like, as I said before, I just tell people, man, just try something out. And if it ain't for you, then just go ahead and refund it. Well, if you're on PlayStation, I don't know. Well, it is a free to play. You can't refund a free to play. So
no, you just delete it and be like, keep it moving. Like, all right.
Yeah.
So, but dude, it is 9:03. I know Seb trying to play and people trying to play. So guys, remember Neos is streaming.
Oh wait. Would you like to be the host? I didn't have a host for today, so this is like last minute.
Dude, I'm always down, man. Yeah.
All right. Say less. I got you.
I'm down. If anybody else want to do it once we stream, but if nobody else want to step up, I'm down. So all right, well look, man, let's get up out of here. Man, thank you, Neos, for popping in, man. Thank you. Listen, I love to say stuff public. I try to be straight up real. Thank you very much for and this is crazy because you always say this, but I could see it. Especially when I first met you. But thank you very much for your maturity. I was gonna say professionalism, your maturity. It was a moment where two people on here was going crazy and you was just real quiet. And then you was like, and when you spoke, you was like, okay. You didn't use certain terms to trigger somebody. You didn't like. You literally just like, this is how I feel. This is what I think, and this is why. If you say something like that, you can't be like, well, why? Like, I just told you why. And you had a calm voice, and so I appreciate your maturity, man. Thank you so much.
Man. I definitely gotta show it because like I said before, when I live stream, it's just my time to let go, be like, oh man, he's stupid. But I can always show my maturity because this is some serious stuff. Yeah, whenever it gets serious, like if someone told me they have mental health, bro, I would for real stop the stream mid-stream, pause everything, and I would literally pray for someone on stream, bro. Because life is serious, man. I gotta take things very serious, and like I said, at the end of the day, I like to remain professional. I don't have to do no name calling, whatever. If someone's pissing me off, I just be like, all right, man, you got it. I don't have time for all that, man. So
yeah, man. Yeah. Like your Dead by Daylight troll.
Yeah, bro. I swear, like literally on all my streams, anybody pull up, whatever, you got to be 18 and up. Bro, literally after he left, I was like, yep, let me go ahead and add on Steam and Discord. I was like, nah,
it's wild that I didn't get to watch that stream live. I watched so much of that stream. Like I took me 25 minutes to find that spot, and then I was like watching so much of it. I was like, yo, who is this, bro? And you was keeping it so cool. I was like, bro, dude was trying his hardest just to annoy you. He was like, bro, can you turn that off? Then he used a different voice. Okay, what about this one? And you was like, I was like, bro, I gotta give you credit because
I know. Like, I think like honestly, if I was like a few years ago, I think I would have been like, bro, turn that dumb ass off, right? But it's like the more people you come across it's like that, it becomes more easy to be like, all right, bro, I know what type of time you on, man. So yeah, man. I just wanted to keep it respectful, whatever. And I know when I'm streaming, I'd be inappropriate. I'd be like, oh, no Diddy. Like, but the fact that it was a kid, I'm like, hold on, let me get mature. Let me be, like, and that switch up kind of threw me off. I'm like, damn, I don't like switching up like that. But that's just the type of person I am. Like, I'm very respectful. And
man, it's cool. It's definitely noticed. For me, man, I a big thing with me is it was in public speaking is something you learn. It's called always know your audience, right?
Right.
So you always got to pay attention to who you're talking to. I can't treat everybody the same because different people are different, right? And so if you're paying attention to people characters, people mannerism, then you can't just put them all in the same group. And so from the day I met you, like I said, I was like, oh man, when we first talked, I was like, oh dude, that's like I told Purple, oh, he sounded pretty sharp. Like and I was like, oh, so I just want to say that live, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you,
man. I definitely appreciate y'all too. Like I said, like I think if I never went to PC, right? It's so crazy how all this started really with PC. Like I got into PC gaming, I started watching Doc. The next thing I know, I seen your Xbox. I'm like, bro, who is this guy talking about Xbox, whatever? And I was like, all right, man, you don't know what he's talking about. Then I started watching Purple. Then I started getting into watching more of your stuff. It's like, it's crazy how all this started just from.
That's wild. And then to know that, like, wait, I was cool with Doc, Purple, and you was watching Purple, and then I ended up popping up with Purple stuff. So, and then Purple was always bringing your name up, and I'm watching, like, who's this Neos dude? But she talked, highly of you. She was like, oh, he's, a young dude. He's pretty cool. And I was like, all right, sound cool to me. And I'm just always cool with anybody. I'm like, bro, if anybody want to pull up, you could come on the show. If you got you got your own content, you could tell your content. I'll put the link out, and it just was cool, man. It just was
right,
cool,
man. For real, same here. It's been
like organic,
Right, and like I said, I'm always a chill person, very laid back. I don't, be on no drama. I don't be on no stuff like. You'll never catch me be like, oh man, Neos did this, did that. Like what? Right.
Unless they watch one of your Marvel Rival streams or
right, and then they'll be like, "Oh, he said this to this person." Like on that one dude, somebody he got a girl, bro. Bro, he pissed me off so bad because like with people like that, when I get into the game with them, I usually would stop playing. I used to be like, okay, let me prove myself, and usually I would prove myself because can't nobody call me trash in the game. But when you start talking crazy, bro, I'm going to F the game up for you just because you're talking. And he kept on telling, oh, bro, you got a girl, bro. You ain't got no girl. Only thing you got is your lotion, box of tissues, and your hand. That's it.
Nah,
That's
I
all
like
you got.
I like when you was telling the one guy, you was like, all right, bro, carry me then. Let's see you carry me.
Yeah, I was like, bro,
Yeah.
you talking all this stuff, carry, bro. Like, what's going on? You talk about this and that, or why I had to do this, why I had to do that. Okay, so since you top dog, bro, carry me to victory. I'm just gonna stop. Give me a free W. I need this on my KD scores, man. You know, tough out here.
Stuff, man. Well, listen, I know. Listen, we always have those nice. Oh, this is such a nice moment. Unfortunately, this is the unnice moment because I'm still gonna whoop yo in some Sonic. All right. So just so you know,
he capping y'all, man.
Listen,
you capping, man. But anyways, while you setting up your rules and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here so I can go ahead and get it set up. I'll be ready to leave you in the
all right, man. I'll be in the Discord.
All right, bet. See ya.
All right, peace. Guys, that's my guy Neos, man. One of my favorite people, man, bar none, that I met in the community. He's a good guy, man. I love to see he's a young dude too, man. He got a good head on his shoulder. I appreciate all of you guys, man, and I'm real thankful. Just to, I feel like we got a good community going on. Whether it's watching my channel, other people's channel, but I feel like it's a great connection, and I'm just thankful. This is something I like to do. That's a lot of fun. I always tell you guys I don't really get out the house much, so this is my like time to like communicate with people, so to speak. Like I get out the house with my wife and we go places and go out to eat, but I don't really interact with people where I'm like, I got friends. Again, I just moved to Florida. I don't know many people. So, I enjoy you guys. But with that being said, guys, make sure you come to Neo's stream. His channel is linked in the description, so you can scroll up and see it. I put Neo's and I put his channel, and we will be playing some Sonic racing cross worlds, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be epic. But this stream was epic for one reason and one reason only. Cause I'm a cowboy. Oh man. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, be quiet, Sev.
This video is going to be epic. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Man the fuck up.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh man.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.